Is it cracking, man? Are we live?
Live.
You want us to bring Q on? What's going on? Peace and prosperity to the family. Let's just make sure we on. Is it cracking, man? We live? Let's bring Q on. What's going on? I think we good. Just make sure we on. Yeah, we good. Peace and power, Black Power family.
Peace and
Peace
Black
to the
Power.
gods, peace to the earths out there, man. What's good? Welcome to Rebels Roundtable. I'm your host, Rebel with a Cause.
I'm Kim Wado Akil.
And this is Rebels Roundtable. Peace to the God. What's good, baby?
Not much, brother. Shit, just out here maintaining, striving to survive, man. And everything good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Being good.
It's been an alright New Year so far. You know, a lot of
Yeah. It started off lovely for us, man. You know what I mean? Started off with a little vacation, man.
Yeah. That's the only one we get.
Oh yeah.
That's the only one we get. Yeah, man. What shirts you got on? What's that, man?
Oh man, you already know this artifacts. Obviously artifacts, the hat, the scarf, the shirt, the scarf, and the hat.
Shout out
to Artifacts clothing line.
Conscious Drip episode dropped Thursday at 9. So
Right.
We got Afroletics and Artifacts. Jeff and Mentu. Salute to those brothers too. They did their thing. Their clothing line is ill too. Yeah. What are we doing tonight?
Q Butter.
We got QB's finest in the building tonight.
Right.
Q Butter. I don't even know what to call him. The thugged out Joe Clark. You know what I mean? From Lean On Me.
He did what? Say that again?
Remember Lean On Me?
Oh yeah, Joe Clark.
Yeah, he like the thugged out Joe Clark.
For real?
Yeah, man. He be right in the mix, man. He fuck with everybody.
Right, that's good.
Blood the Crips, the regular niggas.
Right.
The good kids. I'm sure other races in other little small capacities, but everything is all Black.
Right.
So he teaching the kids STEM. They building remote control cars. It's all about science.
Oh yeah.
And Black power to the triple fullest. You know what I mean? So yeah, I could share. Can I share my screen? Look at a Q Butter clip real quick. Yeah. This is Q.
I'm just here to thank, first of all, I'm thankful for all the donations everybody gives. But we're here to tell you that we need a bigger location. This place is too small, right? So honestly, so because a lot of you like, yo, you got a school and an apartment and stuff like that. And yes, this is an apartment and we have multiple ones, but we need a bigger space. So if you have an issue with this being an apartment, help us get a bigger location. All the elders who watch this, help us get a bigger location. Don't talk trash. Look at all these beautiful babies. Chase, let me get a black power, Chase. Black power! Let's see. Hold on, Casa, let me get a black power, Casa. Black power! I'm sorry, let me get a black power. Now, if you like this and you want to see this grow, we need you to help us work. We really need to make this grow a level up. Can we get elevation? Can I say elevation? Cash app is, look, open the door real quick, Joseph, open the door. Look here.
So we need a bigger, desperately need a bigger location.
So we got brother Josh standing in the kitchen area. Everybody, can I get a let's get science in?
Let's do science.
All these things are going on, and you get off my shoulder and get us. I'm talking, but Solomon needs a bigger building. Solomon is a superstar engineer, and the future looks really good because Solomon's in the future. We got brother Malcolm. We're not gonna get Malcolm Ziggy for food right now. We're not gonna show him eating his sandwich and stuff. But brother Malcolm right here is a super legend. Look at him mirror. These are the teenagers that want to see, look. This is what you're investing into. So don't wonder every day Sister Stella's behind the camera.
Salute to Sister Stella.
This is what you're working with, and if we're going to see a bigger building, gymnasium. This is our mini science lab. Look at all the stuff on the walls. I don't show up on the This is all about that. Open that door. That's all electrical supplies. Look at all of this. Look at all of this. So we have a lot of materials. We need a location, and we need a couple dollars to get a location.
Yeah, the next engineer.
Brother Q, why you said we need $1 million this year? Why do you need $10 million? Because Miss Stella has been volunteering to teach with us, and I want to pay Miss Stella like $5,000 a month. Doc needs about $6,000 a month. Stella needs $6,000 a month. And Sadama needs about $6,000 a month. Nemo needs $6,000 a month. Just in teachers a month alone should be $60,000. If I'm doing anything less than $60,000 a month for teachers, we are robbing our community. Look at Empress Sadama. It is an honor to have a teacher here. We want to be able to send a nice check every month. Here's $5,000. Here's $6,000 because she doesn't. Y'all love Miss Empress Sadama. She do a good job. Good job.
Yes, sir.
We need location, more money for teachers. That's what's going on. Simple. Like, what is this? Come on, let's walk over here and show some more. You're like, this is an apartment, but you've never seen an apartment like this.
Nope.
Oh, you're a whole rock. You're a whole rock. Look, this is lunchtime. So look, this is look. All this is one little space. And you want to do all the work. Look, Brother Doc and I did all the work. So we ain't even worried about the structure. We put the walls at the door, and that door's coming down. But yeah. So look, this is the RC. This is $10,000 in donations that got put in the RC. Look at the locker. We have more books. Look at the benefits. Look at all these microscopes. We put the donations to youth. Look at all these projects. Look. You can't show. You gotta go to a college to be able to show up. This is who built these bridges, y'all. Let's go get the toys. We got all those stuff. This is what you're gonna look. Where you come from? Because we are future science. This lunchtime, they love robots. Come here, my son. So this look all the books. Yeah, he's still getting attacked. So this is the beauty. Let me show you. This is the beauty of black food. Garbage. Garbage. Can't eat no tacos. Look at his face.
Yeah.
Garbage. This is why you're investing in it.
Peace to the God. Peace to the God. Q Butter in the building.
Yo, peace, beloved. Peace, beloved.
Peace to the king, man.
My man Rebel was goody.
Chilling, baby. Chilling, man. Good to see you.
Same here, man. Same here. Peace, fellas. What's up, brother, man? How you doing, man? Y'all great.
We honored to have you in our graces. Welcome
right.
to Rebels Roundtable.
I appreciate that. That's right.
There's some real brothers on the panel that really deal with the community and really put in that real work on the ground. And that's why we connected. So we just wanted to highlight, we just wanted to talk to Brother Q. You know
Appreciate
what I mean?
that.
You see, I got the classic on.
Classic, my guy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got the classic on. I don't know where we start, man. Let's just start from the beginning. Let's just go into it. Where you get your name? What is Q Butter? Something I always wanted to know.
The studio. There was a lot of, you've been in my studios, a lot of situations. My name Q. It's a lot of situations in the studio, and I kind of like always kind of handle them smooth and stuff. So people just butter. It just became Q Butter. You know what I mean?
All right. Yeah, we'll throw a few at you real quick. How did Q wake up? What was Q plight to awakeness? How'd you become awake?
I was raised to be awake. Like I was never really asleep. I just had blockers in between my vision. You know what I mean? Like my parents, my pops, and the community that I was raised in. I was always that dude talking about aliens and conspiracies. Even while you was had that one dude in the hood that was like, yeah, so we go fight, but there's aliens, boy. And then when I started smoking, it was like, oh shit, we definitely talk about conspiracies, the government, Black Power. Nas. I remember when I heard the Nas album and Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? My sister got me a 5%er book. I was like 13. It was on it popping. You know what I'm saying? I remember in junior high school, I made I was like, yo, I'm gonna call everybody God. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna say that. Like, yo, peace, God. I remember telling myself to say that. You know what I mean? And like, nah, you just can't be saying any words. You gotta say God. You gotta say peace, God. You know what I mean? Trying to learn the mathematics and trying to be like that. And so it was just a journey of trying to refine what my pops had instilled into me and my mom's.
Nice.
I like how you said you said you had blockers. I like that, man, because like you weren't unconscious, you just kind of had like a little brain fog in a way. And hey man, 13 is a critical age, man, because I can remember being like I always say before I came across any of our giants, none of Malcolm, I can remember being 13 hearing Tupac be the first man that speak like that. And never really knowing, to really give me purpose. And I definitely was the one that they was like, he a little crazy, he the crazy, the crazy conspiracy theorists. But yeah, man, it's always dope when you like young with it and you just kind of grow. And you might, like you said, you might have them blockers or you might have that fault, but you always kind of, it wasn't hard for you to clear your vision. If that makes sense what I'm saying.
Yep. It took a little, life. Got a lot of trouble.
So like, what were like some of the defining moments, G? Like, okay, like example, like a defining moment was something that was like turned on a little electricity in a dark spot.
Jail. Jail be that wake up source. If you get the right case, they're like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I was supposed to read this book.
Yeah.
I wasn't really like about my Black nationalist perspective was like there, but my pops was like a renegade, Israelite, not Israelite. I wouldn't say Nuwabian, but when Nuwabianism was going around in the 70s and 80s, or that whole, like, we trying to figure out our whole new self and stuff, he was that I'm the black man, original man. And I used to hear the Hugh Man lectures all the time. Like, we have the Hugh and the man, and you know what I'm saying? All this good stuff.
To the end sauce.
Yeah, all that good 1980s, pseudo good black power stuff, man. That was that good stuff, and that was that good black power in the 80s. I ain't gonna lie.
That's dope, man.
But yeah, I got in a lot of trouble. I had a murder case I got in charged with, and it took me like 6 years to beat it. And that was definitely my like wake-up call, like, wow, you done threw yourself in the wrong. What the hell? You was a good kid. What the hell happened? Yeah. So I really had to refine my ways of dealing with people and environments and situations and different things, and how I looked at just everything. Just was forced to be like, all right, just a full wake-up call. And it was like, all right, I'm gonna start reading. I'm like, all right, then I jumped into the Bible first, typical. I'm gonna jump in the Bible first. Then it was just a whole, that go. Apocrypha and Dead Sea Scrolls and all them good books, you just keep reading, it was a Quran, and then all them good books. And then I ain't gonna lie, I was this white lady. Now I was also doing astronomy and stuff, and this white lady, I was going to BMCC, and she kind of like, she heard me talking about astronomy and stuff. She was like, yo, you should go to this program. And I was like, what? They got an astronomy program? She's like, yo, I don't know anybody else black that's talking about astronomy that ever came in. And that was dope, because that got me into the Mega Everest program, which was real challenging. But that got me, that put me in a different space, because I was around a whole different level of intellectuals that was like completely superior to me in a way that I was never like, in regular community college, when everybody's doing like arts and shit, basic studies, everybody can kind of be smart. Once you get into them engineering fields, it's like, no, you're dumb. And I got humbled very quickly. All them books I was reading, all the prayers I was doing. I'm in the Hayden Planetarium in one class, and it's filled with white people. And I remember this old white lady was like, it was a bunch of old white people, but this old white lady was able to do the math. And I was just like, wow, I'm dumb. And I'm the only black person in there, bro. I'm the only black person in this room. And that just used to humble me and stuff. And I was like, yo, I really want to understand the universe. And it was like, nah, like, and that's why I'm like, okay. And I remember telling my mentor, he's like, why do you want to study astronomy? And I was like, yo, God brought me here. I got to understand the universe for the black community. And he looked at me like I was crazy. So I'll never forget. He was like, what? I was like, yeah, I prayed for information to help the black community. And I'm here with you. What's up? And I failed math. Like, I tell my students, I failed math so many times. I kept praying and it wasn't working. I'm like, all right. I'm like, I keep praying. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, yo, this ain't working. And then the math teacher was like, yo, you don't think you should quit? And I'm like, quit? I'm like, wow, bro, I beat a murder case, my man. Like, this is math. You know what I'm saying? Like, this can't, you know what I'm saying? I got God on my side. I'm like, you know what? Let me put the Bible down. Let me put the Bible down and read the math book. And I was like, let me read this whole math book. And that was like one of the beginning points of when I was like, all right, I got to open up my brain a lot more. But that experience through learning astronomy and physics, and at the same time building my music studio, afforded me a wealth of information that really revolutionized like the way I saw the world, and continues to do it. And even with the Institute, I wouldn't be able to do it in the Institute if I didn't read the Bible and all those religious books, if I didn't read all those physics books, all these science books, if I didn't fail those math classes so many times, I wouldn't know how to teach math the way I do now. Cause like I teach it, for somebody that was like me, it's like, to make sure you can get it without failing the first time. And so my students, I'm proud of like my students in my classes. Yeah, they gonna leave at algebra and trigonometry, pre-calculus levels, like way beyond what typical Black children are positioned or even introduced to typically in school, unfortunately. And so yeah, not to be long-winded, but yeah.
No, man, that's dope, bro.
I know you got the STEM program in there. We're gonna get to that. What would be the, because you got the school, tell them where your school is at.
Are we in Brownsville, Brooklyn, baby? Right there in Brownsville,
Sure.
Brooklyn. I know we normally say institute because there's a lot of, you know,
Yeah.
judicial legalities
Institute.
around the word school,
Institution.
you know, but they did recently change it. You know, like Umar be saying, we got the little kitchen, we got our school in our living room. We got the living room school.
Not that guy.
But yeah, we converted it upstairs. You pay, you know, we got the music studio downstairs. And then the owner, shout out to the owner, they gave us the upstairs. Not they gave it to us, but they let us use upstairs. Like, yo, you know, I support what you're doing in community. I was doing community events, educating us and financial literacy events. And I was talking about homeschooling all the time. And I was talking about churches and how they waste space and they're not using the space in the community effectively. And when he gave me the space upstairs, he wanted me to do a photo studio and expand the music studio upstairs. But I was like, yeah, I'm putting this school in. I'm gonna cut this up and then we put the photo studio, but it just was a waste of time and I didn't have my heart into it. And then it started with a little small room, maybe 3-4 times the size of this one, like 10-foot size, about 10 foot, 15 foot size, 15-foot room. And, you know, it just keeps growing. And then this is our 5th year. And we once we introduced the online component, it kind of really took off. We had parents and students all over the country. My man Buddha, sister Irene Yvette on YouTube, she came aboard. And they volunteered. They were integral to the development, still are, because they volunteered for 5 years. And teaching cause, even at a discount, teaching cause.
Yeah.
So they were again integral into the development of it, and especially to Rob, both of them were, because they was just helping me with the curriculum. And as a parent who was homeschooling and wanted to make sure that I was doing something right with my community and my family, of course, I was like, all right, the curriculum. And I'm all about law, you know, understanding law and business and so on and so forth. So my approach to the Institute was slightly different than what a lot of people did and were doing at the time. And when I took on the YouTube, when I got on the YouTube and saw how people were using, y'all remember Google Hangouts? We started the Institute on Google Hangouts. And that's where we had children in California, we had children in Atlanta. And then when Google Hangouts shut down, we moved on to Zoom. And, you know, we got it to almost last year. We got about, with COVID, we got a lot of COVID students, which I wasn't, you know, that's a whole nother story. But we got about 220 during COVID, right? But after the COVID shut down, all the regular students went back to regular school. We average right now about 180 students.
That's dope, bro.
That's powerful.
Yeah, how long?
You really made me think about something, man, because I used to do the summer schools. I taught like summer schools for like, I did a summer program for like 3-4 years straight on Google Hangout.
Yep. The mic cut out.
I don't like that guy, man, because, you know, they make it seem like it has to be this grandiose thing. It don't, bro. It don't. You just have to have the will and the understanding, man.
Hey, we gorillas, man.
Yeah.
We gorillas, man. So whatever falls off the truck, you use it as a weapon and go.
It's real.
How long did it take to form your institution?
Oh, we in the 5th year. This is our 5th year in operation.
I'm talking about like, how long did it take to open it up?
We in our 5th year.
Yeah, so it did take you 10 years and you didn't have to get out of this, and it did take you 12 years, and you know, you got.
I mean, I got a lot of experience, and then the approach, because we were doing community programs, and it's just, I look at the Institute as it's a program underneath our movement. You know, it's a component of our movement. Like we have the music studio, we have entertainment, we have production, we have the community services, community programs, community events, and as well we have the Institute. You know, Wu-Tang, son. Well, those are Black Power stuff, not some Asiatic.
Yeah, straight.
I ain't Asiatic, man. I'm a black man, African. You know what I'm saying? Great descent of the Africans, man. Send
But
it.
you know what though, bro? That clear up such an understanding, man, because again, man, you know, we have these perpetrators out here that's talking about it takes time and you gotta, it don't, man. Like you said, we gorillas, you can do it whenever you want. And the people fall for this and they begin to make excuses and say, well, you gotta give them time to build an institution. It don't take all day to do nothing.
Yeah, definitely.
If you really care.
Not it. That's a fact. They got brothers out there, Baba Baruti, Baba Amen,
Yeah.
Marcus Klein, Roots Academy. You know, they're inspirations to me. You know, Mr. Green. You know, Mr. Green in Brooklyn, he took a bunch of bandos and turned them into a school in the 80s. A lot of my parents in the program, they were students in Mr. Green's programs in the 80s. You know, so it's really about keeping the mission alive. And I try not to get caught up with all the weirdos, man. There be a lot of weirdos out here, B. Y'all know.
You be getting them. You be getting them.
I be trying, and then trying to understand the community at the same time, especially with YouTube, put me in different spaces where I like listening to different aspects of the community or different talking points in our community that we normally don't hear in the Pan-African and the RBG side. Like, but yeah, our community's definitely, you know, got a lot of work, bro.
Yeah, distracted right now. Let's talk about Xyayx real quick. Say it was my son. What's the transition from his regular school into your institution? What would be that transition, taking him out of the school into your institution?
And what ages, man, to add on that, what ages do you deal with?
K through 12.
Okay.
You know, K through 12. Well, rather the grades we deal with K through 12. We start at 4 years old, depending on the maturity of the child and the situation at home. And I say that to say, you know, you can have a beautiful 4-year-old when he's with you, or she's with you, but when you leave, they're doing backflips and somersaults and video games and YouTube when you walk away. They're not learning nothing from us. We can't do nothing. Get back on the camera. They literally turn the audio off. You know that button, they just hit leave audio. They don't hear nothing. We just yelling, turning, they don't even hear us. So, but the process starts with notifying. It depends on your district. Some districts you don't even have to notify, but always suggest to parents that they properly declare their child homeschool by notifying the district and the school that their child is currently enrolled in. Once they do that, it's pretty much just contact us and fill out our enrollment form. You know, you must be Black, pro-Black. We do understand the nuances of Black in our community, you know, and that's just the reality of the Black community. So some people be like, yo, Q, I saw a Latino Black, and I'm like, yo, bro, like it's our community, bro. You know, you might say, yeah, by rate, it's our community. You know what I mean? It's a real dynamic that I have to deal with right here. You know, and I know some people be so hardcore, like, yo, Q, they not melanated, dark skinned, I don't want to see no pictures. I'm like, look, bro, I'm trying to do it as Black as I can be. You know, I'm in Brooklyn. It's you know, it is what it is, man. And we black. We know they got to do Black mantras. The teenagers is a little different. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, that would be the main process, is notifying the school district and enrolling in our program. Our hours of operation are 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern time. We do that time because we have students. We do it national. So we try to pick an hour that was kind of fair for the East Coast and West Coast. And even if we get way larger, we still envision keeping the times running like that, because we like to blend, like the students. Remember back in the days when they had, like, was it pen pals?
Yeah.
You write a letter, then you got to wait weeks.
Yeah.
And then you actually feel like you got a friend in a whole other part of the world that you'll never go to. Like Zoom is doing that, and YouTube and StreamYard on the ways that. So just imagine that with the Institute. Like, our students grew up with friends in multiple states. They, you know, for the last 5-6 years, like my son has friends all over the country. You know, like it's weird. You know what I mean? It's like kind of weird to think about how the internet. Yeah. But that would be the first steps. Got to have a computer, digital technology. If you're in Brooklyn, you can come to the location. We ask that all parents volunteer regardless of what your pay status is. Some parents are like, yo, I pay full price. But we need you to volunteer some way, man. Show up we don't even ask that much. So even full price is not a lot. We ask $500 a month, which breaks down to like $1 an hour or something like that. We do 35 hours a week. So it's not even a number to like really break down. But we also work with parents, whatever your budget is. You know, my wife and the team hate when I say it like that, but you work with whatever your budget is. She be like, yo, Q, tell them at least $100, $200 a month. Like,
we're here to save the world.
Yeah, we're here to save the world, man. Does bring me to my next option and goal, like, and focus. Now that we got it up and running and we want to get to the building, we really do want to get it to a spot where we don't need to charge parents or ask for tuition. We still will require you know, community support and parental support and family support, but we really want to, like, to compete with the world, charging our children for education is not going to be the means of getting the greater mass of us. But involvement, you know, $500 of involvement should be required regardless. Even if your child is in regular school, you should be showing up 5-10 hours of the week and volunteering at your child. Even if you know what I'm saying, even if they're in regular school, you should go to your school and volunteer at your school. Let me help with the basketball program or a science program, help them with an event. You should be volunteering involved with your child's school, regardless, even if you're not, you know, pro-Black.
What are some of the classes in your school, in your institution that kids?
We break our classes into 3 groups. We have the core classes, which is science, math, social studies, and language arts. Then we have life skill classes, which the first one is the life skill title class. Then they have health, business, and college and career. Then from there, we have our core concentrations, which is STEM, but we also added social justice. Social justice is our newest course, and I'm refining it because it's almost like an African history class, but it's social justice, you know, and like the premise I tell the students is that, then that's my little baby right now, because they've co-opted social justice, they co-opted the social movement, civil rights, and I'm like, if y'all don't understand how these things developed in the history that we have in this country and the diaspora, you won't be able to effectively create change, in my opinion. And, you know, that was taught to me by a teacher in BMCC in 2020, Ms. Ofiaja, when I took his African studies class. But his African studies class wasn't geared at creating people who do social change. Like, we want social justice warriors. We just want them to be pro-Black, Pan-Africans, understanding, even if you're not a Pan-African, even if you're an Israelite, you enter my student institute, you're going to learn this information and be like, all right, I understand why these white folks owe us and why we got to go so hard. You know, and it's a challenge getting that. So I really take a lot of pride in the social justice curriculum. Because it's at, you know, it's crazy because they just released that, they didn't just release it, but the AP curriculum for African studies, which is, you know, better than what it's been, but it's trash. And I can understand why it's trash. Like, it's crazy. But from a colonialistic education component, they don't organize the colonizing factions in a chronological and in a geographical way for people to understand the influence and how some of the things progress. They jump from like women, they jump to women quickly. They jump to like freedom fighters. They go from slavery. They don't go into like, hold on, what about, you know, the children, and I make sure that they know like there's a different, right? Like right now we're going to be covering, this is the end of our second quarter, we're going into covering, and I'm not sure if I want to do the Dutch first or the Jews, but we are analyzing the Dutch contribution to the transatlantic slave trade and to the diasporic experience we had. Then the Jewish nations involvement into the transatlantic slave trade and the diaspora, and which to me is a very important conversation, because a lot of times you hear people refer to their last name being Jewish as if that doesn't come from anything but a slave master. And their influence in the Caribbean, their influence in the Americas, the influence on the trade itself needs to be understood. And then I think we might go into France if we have enough time. I don't want to rush through the Dutch and the Jewish nations, but I want to make sure we have enough time in the fourth quarter to analyze it. And like I tell my students, you need this information to be able to know who and why you're holding someone accountable. So if you can't get justice for something that you don't even understand the depths of what the atrocities or the injustices were done to you. So if you're just talking to somebody like, well, you know, all Africans sold Black people into slavery. Like, hold on, bro. Like, look, we talking about selling people into slavery. Everybody was selling people into slavery. Let's get that off the bat. Now we're going to talk about how you was treating people in slavery, the policies you use to keep a certain people subjugated to slavery. You know what I mean? These differences that you use to make sure that we were manipulated to stay into these positions of slavery. You know, like these little things are very important, and we're looking at and analyzing the development of the financial powers that these people have today, and which y'all all know. But I'm having a lot of fun just delving into this history, even for myself, and finding ways to teach it and finding ways to teach it to the youth. So the social justice curriculum, very much my baby, as well as STEM, you know, so not a STEM. Our STEM curriculum is centered on, I want to say mechatronics, and I'm pushing mechatronics. However, it's very much compartmentalized, where we focus on structural mechanics, where they look structural engineering, get introduced to the basics of that, where you see a lot of videos of my students making bridges. Next quarter, you're gonna see a bunch of basic machines
Cars.
I
said cars.
Yeah, that's the next quarter. So that's where they see the cars. Like, I'm deciding, these damn, teenagers. It's always a challenge in the pedagogy of in high school and early years to decide if you want to do a soft introduction, a pure exposure-based curriculum, or a refined, almost like mini apprenticeship curriculum. And I find that our community, in my professional opinion, we need to refine ourselves around specific trades and skill sets that we can hone in on and begin to attack, in sense I love cars. And so Barabbas or Alpine for BMW, they started with one part of the car. Alpine started with shocks. Now they are the only maker of the top BMWs. You see what I mean? I think Barabbas or whatever his name is, they started with one part of Mercedes, and now they're the elite maker of all things. Amazon started with books. They were a book. You know what I mean? They were a books. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So for me, it's let's push that one niche aspect, and then I'm also met with the realities of what the larger world needs from Black America. And when I show my students that, I'm a Pan-African, I'm about diaspora, empowering the people of the diaspora. And I know much of the people in the diaspora are lacking the skills that is afforded to Americans if they go out and get it, or if they're afforded it in America. Unfortunately, we haven't been afforded it, and a lot of us haven't been taught how to get it. But building skill sets, understanding of electrical engineering, understanding of coding, understanding of materials, this is in America, unlike anywhere else. And I think, any Black nationalist school should have a pedagogy around a refined introduction to a certain skill set. So when I look at Marcus Klein as an elder and mentor, his program centered around introducing medical literacy and getting into early medical fields is a refined one. It's just a challenge, because sometimes the kids don't want to. I have teenage girls and they just want to learn about hair and, clothing and stuff like that. And I got them making bridges, and they're like, Mr. Q, another hydraulic crane. I hate you. But, it's a combination of trying to keep them motivated with that. And so literally that's what I have to decide this week, how I want, because I want to go into motors. I want to go into motors this semester, and I have a whole set of, and I didn't film all the videos yet, which I'm terribly behind, but I have to film the videos for, personally, I want to go into motors this quarter. I really want to go into motors. A lot of my students did which would be the second portion, is mechanisms and basics machines. So we introducing the hydraulic cranes, of course, the basic machines, catapults. We do a lot of cranes, and then from there it goes into the, I think we start with tensegrity. I don't know if I'm gonna do the tensegrity this year. Yeah, it's a combination of those. We have, I'm like a big kid, bro. So I'm having mad fun, but it's also teaching the teachers how to have these programs and run these do these different things. And me being a big kid and seeing what, the world is doing, and wanting my students to be just as enthusiastic about as I am with STEM, and pushing them into STEM, and having a refined, our technical design class is, based on, you got to do it in pen. You got to draw in pencil. And next year we want to introduce a dual component where they draw in pencil half the week, and the other component decide they're using computers from program to do it. But again, having a teacher that knows how to use the program, all these different things go back to the, the war mindset. You got a new weapon, but you don't even know how to use it. You know what I mean? So it's with the education, it's a real challenge there with STEM. Just picking what it is. Shout out to Dr. Mayat. She has a dope computer science and cybersecurity camp and program in Baltimore over at Morgan State, and we're linking with her. And we're all just trying to find ways to connect, because with the revolution that we're in currently, engineers, like I'm a science head, bro. So when I watch when I watch the stuff I watch, be like Star Trek, you know what I mean? Like I'm a Star Trek head to the, you know, I love Star Trek. I mean, like just listening to people that sound smart. And even at the movies, at the end of the world movies and stuff like that, like the engineers in there, they know how to weld, solder, make motors, plumb, you know what I mean, like smell, like they know chemistry. You know what I mean? Like they know so much information. And that's where we are in today's age. Like if you don't understand how to build a chassis, and you don't understand framing, if you don't understand motors and basic electronics and gearing and the basics of chemistry and how to read the periodic table and understand how to handle certain type of elements, you're lost in this generation. And our community, unfortunately, is that, you know, we have a lot of us who understand it, but we don't have a strong portion of us who are at the head of being able to say, like, no, this is like, you know, when you say gang members, we know we got millions of gang members. You know what I'm saying? Like you say Pan-Africans, we ain't got that many Pan-Africans. Yeah. Now, when you say Black scientists, it's even
more than that, no doubt.
No, we got way more Pan-Africans than Black scientists that's really about that life. And good looks, Doc. So that's one of my goals now, not just now, but to really inspire us to pursue science on a level and thrust our students, my students, and any Black student I come across to a point where they can compete at a very high level. And now we have the data. I can even say a student that doesn't like my program, who halfway pays attention for a year, will be more competitive and advanced than when they go back to regular school. So I'm really hyped with that new data now. So I'm remodeling the way we're going to be addressed, like advertising enrollment, where we tell parents, like, look, just give us 2 years. You know, if you want to stay longer, but watch let us give you this whole curriculum for 2 years. And then from there, you'll be able to just move on at a very high level and pace with the regular school system. However, this brings us to the political conversation. The compulsory age is being attacked around America, and the local governments are using children as a means of collecting free jail money. So to say, like, you know, you become an inmate, that county that has you as an inmate collects all types of money for you. Yeah. And the longer you stay in jail, the longer they can collect on you. It's the same thing in schools right now. They're raising the educational minimum to leave high school to 19 years old right now.
What?
Where you can't take your GED until you're 18, approaching the 19th year of your birthday.
What's the secret behind that?
The state gets more money. Because now you're stuck in school longer, so the states can require more money. And so for us our black children, it's a real challenge. Like my son just walked in, we competing with, we gotta move over. He's competing with all these little Asian kids, Indian children, all these other children. And not to say what his work ethic and our work ethic won't put him in a space, but I don't want him competing with 18-year-olds at 18. I want him competing with 18-year-olds at 16.
Yeah.
Same way we do in sports. You know, we don't, you know what I mean? So, and it's crazy because they're allowing children to leave themselves behind to keep their basketball and sports eligibility right now. Yeah. Where they have it, I forgot what it's called, but it's terrible. You can repeat an entire year in high school now. You can delete all of your grades, and you can do this now until you're 23 years old, just so you can keep your basketball or sports eligibility.
And that's high school?
They're doing it right now in high school for sports. So they'll let you stay in longer to collect that money, but they don't want your children leaving earlier. And our black children need to graduate earlier.
Oh, nah, you touched it on the money. Don't they, then they pass the kind of law for your likeness, all all kids can make money off their likeness now in sports, in college sports, and high school.
Yeah, but you increase. Imagine if you was trash at 14, right? And you, what's that, like junior year, your sophomore year or something like that. And you say, I'm gonna repeat my year. Even if you did good in your classes, I'm gonna repeat this whole year, play all over again. So now when I send my stats in, I'm gonna be a 15-year-old playing in a year again. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do this until I'm 17. Now I'm a 17-year-old playing against a bunch of 15 and 16-year-olds. Now I'm killing. So when I send my stats to college, my numbers look crazy.
That's where the money come in.
And that's where the money comes in. We're like, now I can go up there and I can get a deal. And it's like, and you can do the same damn thing in junior college, you know, but them pushing our children in this light is not an economical viable position for me that we should be pushing ourselves into. You know, we need to be pushing our sons and our daughters to be able to get into college at 16, 15 years old. They should be knowing that I'm ready and aggressively ready to take the SAT. Like, college is whack when you're 23, 24 years old, struggling with life, trying to get a degree. Then you finally get your degree. Now you enter the workforce and you're competing with people that's already got 10 years on you. That's totally different when you're 16 years old in college. Man, shut yourself up. Shut your ass up and finish that degree. You're gonna have a whole bachelor's degree by the time you're 22 years old. You're gonna have your master's degree at 23. You are lit. Now we bringing hundreds of thousands of dollars to the Black community. Consistently, we're like, no, you're gonna be a dentist. Be a dentist. We pushing dentistry, engineering, high levels of mechanics. I mean, so please do dentistry.
Yo, did I hear you say something about a AU team?
I would love to get a basketball team going up, but nah, we ain't there yet.
Oh, wow. Nah, that'll be ill too.
I want to do a basketball, that'd be a dope. I want to do a celebrity basketball game this summer. I'm looking for a gym. Hopefully COVID isn't crazy. Like a Black conscious celebrity basketball game mixed up with rappers and, you know, politicians, but straight Pan-African one. I think that'd be fire. Nobody did that yet.
Nope.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
And nobody did that yet. So we're looking for a spot right now to do that in New York City. We got the first Black, I want to say the first Black science fair in New York City. I want to say that, but at least for my generation, I ain't never heard of no all Black science fair in New York City. Nope. On the East Coast. So that's going down May 13th at Restoration Plaza. Then we have, we have Juneteenth weekend, not the 19th, but we have the 18th. We have 4 events at Restoration Plaza lined up. We got the basement for they got the huge basement for the science fair. Then we have the Juneteenth Sunday, the front of Restoration. So definitely pull up, bro. We're looking for all the Pan-African RBG artists, lit artists, pro-Black artists, conscientious artists to come out and perform. Drummers, dancers. We want to make that like we got Restoration Plaza. We got Fulton Street. Juneteenth weekend, that is lit. I don't know if y'all know New York, but that is a lit. We gonna turn up. So that's going down. We're gonna secure the DJ. Michi, my sister Michi, she got the Black Agenda in April in Atlanta. So that's going down in April. We got 2 days going in there. We got the Marcus Garvey Hip Hop Parade in August. Also, we got in August, we have the Black Business Expo. We're going to do it at Restoration. That's the last event we're doing for the year at Restoration. And hopefully, if Dr. Mayat and I can get it set up, we're going to be doing a huge Celebrating Blacks in STEM event at Morgan State.
Nice.
That's the lineup.
Woo. Y'all get that connect.
We putting on this year. This year we got to put on, B. We got to put on. And I'm telling everybody, we need sponsorship from NASA, Mercedes, Mackie, Canon, Sony. And yes, I am a pro-Black, conscientious, racist Black person. And yes, you should still sponsor us. Why? because my racism is a positive form of racism, and the world needs to embrace Black people doing for themselves. So if you could have an issue with me saying our form of racism is centered on Black empowerment. Black empowerment is about Black people being able to sustain themselves, do for themselves, and being responsible for themselves. If you don't want to support that, who is really being racist right now? I have no interest in occupying, terminating, deleting, violating anybody rights. I ain't even paying attention to nobody. I don't see nobody but Black folks. My focus is on us Black folks. We got so much stuff to fix up because of you white folk. You know what I'm saying? I don't got the time to do that. Now, we gonna play the game, so because of you white folks, you got the wrong person to play that game with. My students is the wrong ones. We just put out the reparation video, and we teaching them. Hey, we going down the line. The vision for next year, bro.
Yeah.
My students, all grade levels, will have a video, essays, and the ability to debate and argue reparations, atonement, restorative acts from all of the colonizing factions. You know what I mean? That's my goal of my students. We're like, no, they can handle, they talking to Portuguese people, smoke your boots. What are you talking about? What you want to what? The church, the Catholic Church? Oh my goodness. And they're not ready. They used to old heads. They used to our generation looking angry and old heads telling us to sit down and let's just vote our way to reparations. They're not used to kids being in a conversation.
Right.
We supposed to be leading that. We supposed to be leading that conversation. And so and it's a job. I'll invite all of y'all to be involved in the Institute. I need everybody, we always need help with the Institute, please, because I don't want them to see just me.
Bro, I would love to be down, bro. I would love to be a part of that in any kind of way, bro.
Hell yeah. I'll send you I'll put my link in the chat.
Definitely, bro.
My number and all that. Yeah, we definitely need the help. Teachers call. Shout out to my teachers. They definitely work with me because the money be. You know how that goes. So, but shout out to all the teachers and the staff, brother Damo, my brother Dot. My man Dot just recorded. I want to play it on the show, but if you go into the Xyayx Institute page, my man Dot just recorded. He just remixed Stevie Wonder's song into a science song, bro. It is a hit. I'm talking about it is a freaking, I don't know if I can curse, but it's a effing hit, bro. It's a fucking hit. All the students know it already. I am like, he got this, I'm talking about, and it's all about the 3 laws of motion, bro. It is a super hit. It is, let all your children listen to it. It is fire. We got to shoot the video. We don't even know how we're going to shoot the video, but it is fire, man. It is so dope. So, yes, please go link onto our page if you want any of the building videos. I think we have almost 16 different public projects for you. You can just go on and watch, from making houses, 2-story houses, bridges. Anybody that's into just making stuff and you want to help me with making videos, because I don't like them watching anybody but Black people. And if you're in the maker world, there's not a lot of Black people in the maker world. Even the RC world, there's not a lot of there's mad Black people in the RC world, but there's not a lot of Black people who do full build outs, repairs, and the ones that do, please link me with them. I'm trying to invite them to our science fair, to our Black Business Expo, and to our science event. That's the goal this year. I'm telling you about it, 2023 Pan-African style from Q Butter. We going after the science community. I'm making it publicly stated. Scientific literacy and the push for scientific understanding with Black nationalism is more important than voting. It will get us further than voting. It'll do more for the Black community than voting. And from a nationalist perspective and from an internal country perspective, domestic perspective, it'll provide us with a means of sustaining ourselves politically over time. We need more Black people in scientific fields, in STEM-based fields.
Facts. You doing that, brother. We got to give you your flowers right now.
Appreciate it.
You're doing a lot, brother. A lot of good. Yeah, I like that, man.
Appreciate it, beloved. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Got way more to do. Got way more, bro.
Yeah, we ain't finished.
Got way more.
Where you see your expansion for the Institute? Where do you see it going in the future? How far from Brooklyn?
Bro, shout out to brother Malcolm. He's in Nigeria right now. You know, he's helping to bring the institute in Nigeria. He's been teaching with us, not like so much teaching, but actually the online assistant principal and dean. Like the fact that I have students in California, bro, that is, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, dude. I got students in North Carolina. I got a student that just graduated in North Carolina. I met him once. I got students in Texas that I had that they was getting put on drugs all the time and call these ladies. They came to our school one time and they stopped running away. They stopped, like,
Nice.
you know what I mean? Like, there's so much influence that I've already, you know, you know what I mean? Like, I can't even say, bro.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Just want to sustain it. That's my whole focus, sustaining it and making sure that it flourishes without me being involved. Well, way past my death, you know what I mean? It got to be running and on some capitalistic, materialistic way. You know what I'm saying? Where we shining, leveling up,
No doubt.
not looking broke, not struggling. You know what I mean? We're not doing that in 2023. That's not RBG looking like, no, we pushing forward, we moving forward, and we getting shit as we go forward.
That's what's up. Yo, I call you the thugged out Joe Clark.
Now, Joe Clark was thugged out though already. They used to call me Batman.
Yeah, he was thugged out too. But nah, you that version for us in this generation.
I appreciate it. That means a lot.
You inspired a lot more than you know. Through your music, your ride, your teaching, you're constant. You never stopped. You like the hardest working conscious dude we got. I never see you ever stop since I first met you or heard about you years back.
So then that'll make him the James Brown of this thing.
Yeah, man. It took a while to get that in the studio. They used to call me the James Brown of the studios. Like Zayax was like well known as like, we have all the clients, everybody come to Xyayx. I'm like, we got to get that name in the community where like Xyayx is the top machine pushing out and not from a competitive space, not trying to outdo nobody, just respectfully, like just the amount of work we put out.
No, man, it is what it
That's
is.
powerful.
That's why this year I'm really hype about the events. I need help. Anybody want to help with these events? Sister Tatiana, we looking for help. Sister Botanica, Sister Marshall, my wife, we looking for help because we want to make sure these events are large. Like I said, I want Mercedes, y'all. I want BMW. Like these dudes were made by the world's most notorious, you know what I'm saying? Nazis. They should have no problem supporting us. I'm just being honest.
It's the market on them. All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be like out of Reebok. I don't know how Reebok got in it. We're not even promoting. Like, I got no look. I don't look. All white folks, so I don't really differentiate between the Jews and the Irish and
Right.
you know what I mean? And
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
Y'all all white folks to me, whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? If you want to drop a bag on us because you see what we're doing, that's where we at right now. And if you don't want to drop a bag, tell us publicly. That's what the world want to see publicly now. Like, I want to make sure the work speaks for itself. Like, look, we're doing science fairs. We're doing financial literacy events. We pushing stuff to level up the Black community. I don't know how you expect the Black community to flourish or America to flourish when the first German bank is flourishing. German community is flourishing. Polish community is flourishing. And they got no problem with having a whole community written in Arabic, Spanish, Chinese. But we can't have it written in, you know, however we want to write it in and doing it just for us. Nah, B, that era is over. That era is all the way over. Like, we do for us. We got no problem with telling you, like, no, it's us first. It's our community first. That's where the money goes. Then it gets reinvested. And if we have to do business with anybody else, that's just business. But our priority is to make sure that we put as much as possible into ourselves.
Right.
That's the regular level anyway.
That's basic level. You know, that's not even, you know what I'm saying? That's not even a conspiracy. That's not even, I would be looking at you crazy I would look at you crazy if you're Mexican telling me that you need to put money in the Black community before Mexican community. That just sounds crazy to me. If you was Filipino talking about, yeah, I want to support white people before the Filipino community first, you sound crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is America. You know, you have the right to support your community first. You pay taxes. That's the end of the conversation. I ain't got nothing. And I've watched Chinese people say that, like, bro, I pay taxes. I don't have to do anything more than that. I pay taxes. That's literally the end of the conversation. Yo, bro, I pay taxes. I ain't got to put $1 into one of you white kids. None of y'all.
Right.
You gonna tell me how to put my money? No. And that's why for me, pushing science and aligning with the scientific community, I know for a fact is going to outrun all the other communities. And that's why I'm putting my chin in the air and I'm going hard on some gangster, hip hop, black science push. All my black scientists, we pushing you. They wasn't supporting you before. They was killing you before with your inventions. Why not have the Bloods and Pirus and Crips backing you up? Why not having the Pan-Africans knowing like, no, we supporting this air condenser. This man made a motor that ran out of water and was still daylighting as a cop? No. He's supposed to have the whole community supporting your bro. Just stay in your lab, finish your engine, and it's popping. We all gonna be working for you. That's freedom. Nah. Too long for our engineers and scientific community has hid behind the back of the religious community and everybody else fearing like, oh, I'm not cool and nobody gonna listen to me. It's 2009, B. It's over. We back in the, Pan-Africans, we Debo in the science community. We got the Debo and get into that science community, B. And I don't know pseudo level. Not no super chakra, Kundalini water, you know, melanated fabric, Superman juice. Nah, we talking real motors, engines, petroleum, you know what I mean? Real stuff.
Nice. Speaking of the YouTube war, I guess we gotta touch that. Somebody called the police on you?
Yeah, that was funny as hell.
What happened with that? I don't know nothing about that. What happened?
Yeah, there was a Khalid Muhammad event. And he was invited to speak for the last 2-3 years and he didn't show up. So I didn't really think Umar Johnson. So I didn't think he was going to show up. And one of my parents in the program and a good sister to us was also having her event there at the same time. So when classes were ending, all the students were like, yo, we want to go to the event. My sons, I told them they had to wait. And they were calling my sons and trying to come over there till like 9 o'clock. Nobody said anything about Umar being there. So I was like, you know what? I'm literally going to buy this telescope from this dude on Craigslist. And I told my sons, like, all right, I'm going to bring y'all over there. It's like 9:30. I told my oldest son, I said, look, I don't know if Umar's going to be, there's a guy named Umar, and I ain't going to go inside. You know, just let me know if you see him in it, because I don't want no situation. But let me know what it's like, and then call me as soon as you get in, because I want to make sure the sister Mer don't feel no way about me, you know, not coming inside. You know what I mean? Because I didn't come inside. I just dropped the kids off, go get something to eat, say happy birthday, and, you know, have a good time. And, you know, us black folks, we can't be doing nothing like that. And I had spunked off. So my son called me back, was like, yo, daddy, that dude Umar's here. And all my son's friends around him. And I don't know if they was hyping it at first, but they was like, yo, he talking crazy. They was like, Mr. Q, I feel away. They was like, yo, he said, I'm not trying to build no fake ass school in nobody's house. I'm trying to build a real school. And the place is filled with my English teacher, 4 parents, the student standing next to you, my sons is in the back. So I'm like, why would you say that? Like, why would you? The woman who held the event spoke at my graduation last year. Then they're crying, saying, we've never seen nothing like this in New York in years. And you're going to stand in front of her. He going to stand in front of you at this event. And so I'm like, yo, the community saw that. Like, that's crazy. Like, what are you telling the people behind me? Like, you can put in this work, struggle for it, and y'all not going to support it? You know what I'm saying? If bad enough, I can't get you to come out and volunteer. You know what I'm saying? I can't get you to come out and do a fundraiser. I got to listen to you let this man disrespect the program, which was cool because I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing me. So I was like, you know, let me show my son. When I walked in and my sons was immediately like, yo, daddy, daddy gonna wild out. And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna show you we from Brooklyn. We got style. We got to do this in a certain way. So that was like, they was like, what you mean? I was like, look, I'm just watch. So I just stood in the back with my shades on. One of my Q Butter shades. You know, I got, you know me, Ray. I always got my Q Butter. You always gotta have a good Black Power Jones.
Got those on. You
know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the shades.
You know what I mean? You gotta have your shades, and these are tactical shades. If you know, then you know. If you don't, then you don't. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know who I'm watching, but I know you watching me. You don't know who I'm watching. And so I'm just standing there, and I just stood up the whole time just like this. And I'm directly in front of him, but like 20 feet away. And he noticed me at first. And then it was like, you know when somebody don't want to look at you, so they skip your part of the screen? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this is hilarious. So the two security guards downstairs come upstairs. Somebody must have gave them wind that I was there and was like, yo, whatever. Because they came upstairs and they did a little weird triangulation, weirdo stuff. And I was like, all right. Then somebody else came up to me and was like, yo, Q, you cool? I'm like, yeah, I'm good, baby. So when I had already counted all the security. So when I came upstairs and I saw the dudes come upstairs, I'm like, all right, let me go. They watching me. So I just waited for a moment when they was all clearly not watching me. And I just disappeared on them. I go outside and I'm just sitting by my car, just leaning in the car. My brother had pulled up, my partner Dot, and One Shot pulled up, and that's my brothers, you know. And, you know, that was pretty much, we stood in front of the spot chilling. And then the security came out, one fake security guard with the flashlight, yo, you gotta move your car. And, you know, I started laughing at something like, move my car, fuck is you? I'm moving my car, you sound crazy. Why would I move my car, park it and say I double park here every time there's an event? Why would I move my car? That sounds crazy. And there's a whole empty spot right there. Then the next security guard come out. And these is, you know, shout out to the Panthers. I know they was confused because there was a real, like, awkward space to be in. So the next one come out. And, you know, you always got that one gangster one, you know what I'm saying? She's like, yo, fellas, what's up? Y'all not gonna move? And we like, nah. He's like, so you really not gonna move your car? The guest gotta go. And I'm like, well, the guest's gonna have to go that way. And he's like, wow. And I'm like, it ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's the whole spot right there, bro. Like, go that way. He's like, what's the problem? I said, no, I'm just gonna make sure my presence is felt. He's like, your presence is felt? Like, what you mean by that? I'm like, my presence gotta be felt. This is my borough. It's my town. My presence gotta be felt. So he was like, wow. Then the next Panther came out, and he was like the professional one. He was the one that's in the video with him the whole time. And he's like, yo, you know, you got to move your car. You're holding up traffic. I'm like, traffic? I'm like, yo, brother, I fucks with the Panthers, B. We family. And I was like, yo, just call Malik or somebody in the day. Like, we good, bro. Just traffic. You sound crazy. I'm like, yo, bro, you know, I know y'all not from New York. So I'm just like, I can clearly tell y'all not from this town. Y'all not from Brooklyn. Even if y'all was from New York, you might be from like Albany, you know what I mean, Westchester. You know what I mean? You're not from this part of the town. Definitely not from over here. And so, after he leave, I think the fake security guard came out again. Oh, yeah, son came out and was like, yo, he did some weirdo stuff, bro. He did one of them leans over to see if my car door was touching his car. And I'll never forget that. That was just beyond disrespectful. That was crazy. But you know what I'm saying? He was in a real bad car. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a really nice car. And for him to think that I would let my really nice car door touch it, it was just, you know, it was one of those moments like, why would you? So we all laughing at Sunday. It was really that funny. And where I can't not remember that part of the story because it was that funny because he made it like, you know, he's the tough dude. So he came, you know, when somebody leans all the way forward, he was like, and you know, you got your hands and your thing like this. He like, I'm like, yo, bro, you really, yeah, I want to make sure your door not touching my car, son. I said, what the fuck will my door touch your bum ass car? I'm sorry. I wish that part was on camera, son, because that was, and I didn't want to do, because I'm like, yo, son, I rock with y'all, so I'm not trying to violate. I'm not even trying to turn it into nothing with y'all. Shout out to the brother. Shout out to the other brother. I'm just joking. You know, I've been joking on it because it was funny, but whatever. 3 minutes later, police was there. So I'm like, oh my goodness. And wow. So of course I was like, all right. So my brother, he's like, yo, Q, don't move the car. Wait till the cop tell you to move. Let him tell you why you got to move. So the first guy was like, yeah, you know, you got to move the car. And the other one's like, yeah, the guest is trying to get out. And I'm like, so then we like, all right, so we start moving the car. Another police car pulls up. And you know, the hop out boys, they hop out and run to the spot. Yeah. They run right past us. So by the time I finish parking my car, they walking back. I still got the footage. It's funny as hell. Son is like, yo, this is a waste of time, bro. This is a waste of resources. Why would you call us for this? So I immediately grabbed my phone. I'm like, what? Yo, waste of resources? Yo, say that again? He's like, you trying to record me, officer? Look, it ain't even no beef, man. But I agree with you. This is a complete waste of resources that they called 12 cops. They got 4 different police cars here. How many police? There's 5 police officers standing in front of Magnolia Tree to escort Umar Johnson out to his car.
Say that again, one more time. Say that last part, one more again, man.
5 police officers standing in front of Magnolia Tree plus 4 of the police cars positioned in front to escort Umar Johnson to his car.
And pardon me for one second, Q. See, this is what pisses me off. And I want people to hear me clear. Because we sit up here and we make niggas. We make niggas bigger than the movement. And I don't use that word. I was just talking about how we got to do away with that. But this brother just sit up here and ran down his resume of what he doing for the whole community. And we let one person that pretend, and he called himself the Prince of Pan-Africanism. We let a nigga that pretend because we like the way he talk. We like when he go on Charlemagne the God with his gay self. But this brother just sit up here and said he got children graduating. He's showing how to be, and we waiting on a nigga talking about a school that's been in the making for 12 years, and he called the police. See, this is why we need to set up these no-fly zones. He shouldn't even be allowed in our space no more. This gotta stop. I'm talking to everybody on this thing and everybody that's listening. This gotta stop. We gotta stop acting like one nigga is bigger than the people. I hate this. My bad, Q. I'm gonna let you get back.
You good, bro? You good?
I'm gonna let you get back to it. But that pissed me off. That's why I was frowning the entire time. Because we let him come in and we like characters. We love characters. That's what they are. We fall in love with the blue pills. I don't give a damn. Niggas, people know how I am on this. We fall in love with characters that don't do a tenth of what this brother just sit up here and said he did. And we gonna rock with that. So anybody, I'm saying clear, flat out clear, anybody that's cool with Umar Johnson is not cool with me. If you supporting him, if you coming to anything, if you even trying to joke about him, because he's turned Pan-Africanism into a joke. My bad, Q, but that just got me. You use the same race soldiers. We just sit up here a week ago and we watched 5 race soldiers and 1 white that still ain't being brought up. Beat a brother to within his life. And that could have got out of hand, man.
Yep.
That could have got out of hand, Q.
Yep.
They could have took a real warrior out for a nigga that's playing like he the president. This gotta stop, black people. It's not black on black. It's allowing goofiness. It's not black men. If we don't call each other out, who else will? I digress, dog. My bad. Let me.
Now you good, beloved? That's exactly what it was. You know, luckily we know how these bozos work. So you know, whatever.
Let's keep it on a. Let's keep it light. Let's go to the chat real quick. Nubian Patar, Black Power. Trayvon Moses, salute. The will of the Most High, shalom. Buddha Palm.
Well, what's good?
Red Pill Finance. Mental, we see you. He said peace to Q. Jolanda Zachary, Black Power family. Knowledge Born Allah in the building.
Knowledge, what's good, King?
Peace to Messiah, I see you, my G. Yeah.
I gotta pass through. Your knowledge. I gotta give you a call. My full knowledge. Your knowledge. That's the man right there. He definitely one of them brothers that gotta always be honored, man.
Yeah.
He definitely keep the fabric together, man. Shout out to knowledge, man.
Salute to knowledge, born of love.
We got sister Nisha Shabazz in the house.
Nisa Shabazz is under there.
Yeah, we got the infamous African from New Era, Chicago in the house, man.
New Era was good. Or infamous African was good, family.
Yeah.
Oh, Q, you want to know who told me to tell you Black Power? I Empress segment.
Hey, that's my sis. You already know.
Yeah. She about to do a show on this channel. Queens
Black
Love.
Power.
Yeah, she said tell you salute.
You already know. Hell yeah, that's my sis right there. Hell yeah.
Put it.
I looked forward to going back on tour this year. I'm about to turn up like crazy. I'm hyped this year. I'm trying not to be overhyped, but I got 5-6 music videos they're done right now. I'll hopefully drop it one. I keep saying I'm gonna drop one in these next couple days. Yeah, I'm gonna be shooting one in a couple days, in about a week or two. I ain't worked on no new music. I got mad music, so I just want to get these songs out and stuff. But yeah, I'm hype about that. We got the events, Institute, hopefully getting back on Black Tour. We got the little van, we got the minivan for the Institute, Astronomy Club, RC Club, Airsoft Club. If you're in New York City, you do tactical training, I'm out of shape. I got to start training. I ain't gonna lie. I played around with the kids today, a little, like, I was out of breath. I was, wow. That was crazy. I got to go run.
Gotta get that cardio in, dog.
Yeah, I got to get that. Yeah, I was looking crowd like, I'm out of breath. I ain't do nothing but, damn, I did a video. It was crazy. I'm like, I got to go run. So yeah, I'm not leading the training classes.
Matter of fact, y'all got self-defense in y'all school? You have
I mixed, no, but I mix situational awareness and some components of self-defense, like principles in our life skills class. We do have tactical training as an additional program underneath it with Airsoft. You know, so I'm definitely always looking for people to help with that. You want to be involved in it. That is also, I need somebody that want to lead that, but we got mad Airsoft rifles, vests, we got a whole little army when we go out. It is pretty expensive. So I have been looking for somebody who has private property where we can go practice on our own and play out, have our own gameplay without having to, spend, a couple dollars per hour every day to do it. It gets expensive.
Yeah.
But we do have that.
One more thing. I heard you say, y'all trying to create a nail tech for the school, a nail tech. Like, so all our sisters never got to go get their nails done.
Oh yeah, we have a sister who was teaching it. It's all these training programs, it's a lot. So it's just coordinating the coordination. So that's what it comes down to. And then sometimes being able to make sure the teachers are, not everybody's able to, teach for free. Yeah. YouTube Academy is working. These teachers gotta get paid. So, and that's why my mission this year is a lot different. Like I'm using these events and pushing science, and I got to get to these corporations and people in the community that can really help take this whole movement to the next level, respectively. Like they let Charleston White in, bro.
Yeah.
They let Kevin Samuels in. They let some people in that if you would have asked me 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I'm like, no, they would never let somebody in that talks like that. So I don't even feel like I talk crazy anymore. They got so many people on YouTube and on the internet that get sponsorship that talk crazy. Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Like, how? I'm nowhere near.
Because it's a agenda, man. It's a diversity interest in this kind of energy that's being pushed, man.
I'm cool with it. All I know is that if y'all was sponsoring him, y'all gonna need to sponsor us now. I'm not the scared Negro anymore, but I was like, I talk about Black power, and I'm a Pan-African and nationalist, and they can't support nothing like that. That is old. That is the 2021 in perspective before. Shout out Miss Sister Irene Yvette. She was the one like, yo, Q, don't let these liberals confuse you. You can be Black only, and you should be Black only, and they need to support you for that. Like, you're not doing anything racist. You are helping Black people. Like, literally, and that's who needs to get help. Like, that's just what it is. So if they don't want to help you with that, what is the problem? You sound crazy. And so that's where I'm at with it this year. Like, nah, y'all needed to put this support. All these businesses, you need, like, we gotta make this support thing wavy. Like, you got, like, shout out to Gilly the Kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm just watching. Look at Math Hoffa, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm watching the elevation. Now, this year's elevation. I want to see y'all platform level up. I need my son Knowledge Born platform level up. Killer Priest. You know what I mean? Sonetta. Like, all of our level. We gonna this year. This the year we gonna level up. We gonna level up this year. That's 100% fact.
I agree. A lot of things moving on the low. People don't know that ain't on the internet. So a lot of moves this year, and we taking it back. We need that old school Brooklyn mind to come back to the consciousness where Obasi just displayed it, where we actually mad at this situation and do things with that anger somewhat attached to the movement.
It's hard to manage the anger. That's why I had to leave it. I was talking to
It's
YouTube.
necessary, bro. We just
Huh?
have to learn. It's necessary. We got to learn how to put it on the scale because it's a part of us, man. It's necessary.
Yeah,
bro.
it's just with our people, I learned to put it to the side. YouTube, I ain't gonna lie, YouTube showed me how to do that because I've delved into so many groups that it made me look at the conscious community and the Pan-African community like we're really special. And I'm not saying because nobody isn't, it's just that the way we love Blackness is so important. You know what I mean? And I thought everybody loved Blackness like this, that was Black. And majority of Black people don't know what it's like to be around Black people who love Blackness. And that is, it's, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. Like, I didn't, and it's not no longer crazy. I understand it. And then some people who grew up in some areas that are so Black that they don't even understand the power they have because they just see it as the issue. You know, and it's like, it made me look at things real differently, YouTube now. Like, I'm specifically YouTube because I had to engage with people so much. It was like, wow, y'all are different. And a lot of people got mad at me for the engagements I had with people because I'm a Pan-African. I don't want to just talk to Pan-Africans. I'm Zayax. I want to help my people. So if I don't understand the manosphere, the women's sphere, the Black conservatives, if I don't understand the alt-right Blacks, if I don't understand the pseudo-Blacks, you know what I mean? Like, and that's why I've been on some joke stuff now, because I feel like we can get away with a lot more joking versus me trying to really argue with you about the weird stuff you believe in. You know, it made it a lot easier for me. Like, yo, bro, you're weird. I'm not gonna joke. I'm just gonna, but you still cool though. You still my man though. But you know what I'm saying? Because we need to heal, and I feel like the Pan-African community with the anger, it's just for me personally, it wasn't getting me anywhere. That's why at the Umar's event, like I could have turned up, but I'm like,
you know what though, bro? It just has to be a follow-up behind the anger. It can't just be like fire. It has to be a follow-up. And what I mean, I'll speak in a more clear mind now. What I mean is like, okay, if we hear that, because okay, let's just say, and hear me out, people. Let's just say that incident would have gotten out of hand. Now you are somebody that's valued, that's doing something. What would have been the consequence behind that because the brother want to play diva? So what I'm saying, when I say no-fly zones, we have to have consequences because we look at everybody else, we don't have consequences. You name those cats, Charleston White, they can say the most heinous things about Black matters. What I just heard him say earlier about the brother that was just killed, it's crazy. But there's an incentive that we allow. We allow it because we enjoy the trauma. We enjoy the trauma. The trauma is a part of, you know, it's entertainment. It's entertainment. So what I mean is, like how they tried to do Kanye when they didn't like his perspective. And I like what you said. We have to understand those perspectives, whether we agree with them or not. But you know how they counsel them and how everybody did that? We have to do that. Because if it would have gotten out of hand, what, we're going to still allow people that call the race soldiers that we say we against, we're going to allow them to be called against our people. And then what, we still support them, bring them on our podcast. Oh, it's okay because we forgive. We forgive treason. So like I said, the anger has to be there because the anger is love. You know, the anger is not hate, it's love. I get fired up like that because I love my people. I've been doing this a long time. So when I'm doing stuff, and me and that brother that had run-ins too. But what I'm saying is to the people that say they love you, I don't rock with people that do foul stuff to my homies. If you're an enemy of my homie, you're an enemy of me. So it's like, no, you can't come on the show. We don't accept your money. We don't want nothing. We don't want to skate with you. We don't want to kick it with you. I'm from the A. We don't want to talk to you. We don't want to do nothing. It has to be that type of consequence because we got to protect the real thoroughbreds. We can't just allow it to float and say, oh, it's okay, because you know what? That's how they come in. So behind the anger, we have to have solutions. We can't just be angry and scream, but we have to show the love behind it.
Nah, I feel you, King. I feel that. Yo, bro, Pan-African Strike Back was telling me that yesterday, B. It's
shout out to him. I like that, bro.
You know, he was just telling me that yesterday on the phone. He's like, yo, Q, nah. I'm like, yo, bro, you just, you know, Rebel knows. Rebel done been with me in video shoots where I'm calling out everybody. You know what I mean? It's beefing all the time. And it's like I'm in, like, my goal this year, like, we got, like, in leveling up. You know, I'm really fortunate, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, I rather, like, my anger is, you know, the Professor Hulk. You know what I mean? It's very controlled and stuff. That's why, you know what I mean? That's why there could have never been a situation created at the time. You know what I mean? Because I'm controlled and I understood, like, all right, this is what you're going to do. There's only two options. You are a hoe-ass dude. So what other option would a hoe-ass dude do but call the police?
Exactly.
Now, if a bozo lets a hoe-ass dude call the police on him, a bozo is going to do some bozo shit and now argue with the police and make a scene.
Yeah.
We don't do that. You already showed your card. My lesson was for my sons.
Right.
You know, my sons saw that lesson and my students was like, wow, daddy. And I was like, look, did I say a word? I said, this is how men move. And I said, nah, I'm showing you, if you was ever in that position, what were you supposed to do, Takari? What were you supposed to do, Jalil? What would you have done? I would have walked right up to you, daddy. Security, would you need security? Well, my sons didn't even understand security. They've been with me all over the country, like, security? For what? For who?
It's that Brooklyn.
You know what I'm saying? Security. We are the security.
Oh, security, basically.
You feel me? It's like, what?
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact. Probably too many people know. You are a music engineer. You engineer the music. I didn't even know that. I learned that years back, but just knowing you in general, I didn't know you was engineering. So you make beats?
Now, I retired from that. I got trashed a long time ago. It was fun when it lasted, but, you know, making beats for 9 hours and coming out with one beat and this don't go nowhere, then recording a wax song on it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That was the first 10 years of my music career. I couldn't do it in the 12th and 13th. It was like, I'm just going to engineer. And I'm like, I'm a rap now.
So you be engineering all the Brooklyn, a lot of the hot dudes that be in Brooklyn, right?
At one point, I kind of fell back off it. Dot and Quando and Two Shot, they run the studio. I want to get back into it more, but I ain't gonna lie. I might have became an old head, bro. I think I might have became an old head. I ain't gonna lie. So I be trying to get in the room.
If they call you you're an old head.
Yo, the music is loud to me now. It never used to be like that. Like, I used to walk in the room and get a vibe. Like, I'm immediately, like, South Park had there was an episode of South Park where, like, each stage, people just sound more like asshole and just become meaner. I think I reached that age where it's like, shut the fuck up. So I walk in the room and I'm just annoyed, like, and I'm like, I'm trying, and then the music, that Jersey drills, it just sounds mad gay to me. So I just immediately get upset, like, why y'all in here rapping the gay music? And it's just, yeah. Yo, I be really trying, bro. I told Dot, like, I want to do a session, but yeah, it's just not, yeah. That Jersey drill. And then luckily that Drake music, Drake and Beyonce was trying to push it to that old school. They were trying to get that go-go music, and if the go-go music and the Jersey drill would have popped off at the same, man, I might have shut the studio down. I can't go in there, bro. They doing go-go music and Jersey drill. I'm out of here, dude. Right? That's. I remember my pops heard me listening to when Diddy remixed, and this is why it's important for you being children's lives, because one statement can mean so much. When they came up with "I'm Coming Out," and when he did that song over, my pops then smacked the radio.
Right.
And I was like, yo, daddy, what's the problem? That shit fire. He said, yo, Q, that's a gay song. You can't remix a gay song to be anything other than a gay song.
Right.
I'm sorry, Q. No. He's like, do you understand what the sample is saying?
Yeah.
Forget Mace. Forget the drums. It's saying, I'm coming out. Want
Yep.
the whole world is gonna let it show. Coming, I'm
That's
coming out.
hip-hop. That's New York logic.
But then we had to look at who's behind it. We know
Oh, boy.
Eddie been playing gay peekaboo for years, so.
Yo, son, but that, yeah, so when I hear this go-go music and stuff, I'm like, yo, y'all know where that come from, right?
Mhm.
No?
Mhm.
So,
Can't do it, son. But I want to get back into engineering. I'm looking for more engineers, non-rappers. I know it's annoying because I rap and dot rap, but Quando's our youngest engineer, and he's a super engineer. Shout out to Quando because he also assists in the institute. He's a volunteer. That's my he is a young king wolf. And to find somebody like him and find more brothers like him will be an honor. So yeah, we're looking for more engineers. Definitely have the studios. Yeah. Last thing I recorded that was probably everybody knows is that song Big Drip.
Yeah.
That Fabio Foreign.
Fine.
Yeah, we recorded that song. I engineered the first version. Dot did the final version. Well, one of the final versions. But that was, and even I was annoyed when he was recording that song. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, Big Drip, she fell in love with the lick crib. Hey, I was like, yo, bro, how long before this session is over?
Yeah, that shit fire though.
Yeah, it was fire, but that was the beginning of me becoming like, I want to say an old head, bro. I never thought I'd become like that in the studio. I used to not hear it.
You gotta go on and accept it, bro. You just mature and that
Yo, bro, you don't understand. So that protected me for years. I recorded 5 mixtapes with Math Hopper, ACMD 2, 3, 4, 5, Boom P's, Smack DVDs, Charlie Clips, Loaded Luxes. I recorded thousands of songs. I'm talking about mixtapes all over New York City. And I never listened to anything. It was one of my gifts. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't hear them. I wouldn't hear it. I don't know if you understand. Engineers would understand. I wouldn't hear it. Like I can walk in the room. Y'all could be doing all the craziest stuff. I wouldn't see you and I wouldn't hear it. Only thing I would see was the board and mixing. Now I don't even see the board and mixing. All I hear is like, yo, can y'all shut up? Oh my God. Oh man, I got old, man. I would admit it, man. Damn, geez. Gina.
Yeah. That's what's up though. Nah, Q, you welcome back anytime, King. I'll be in the crowd. On all your shows. I just don't be. The last time I showed my face, I bumped into Cynthia G. So
yeah, you've been around. I appreciate it. You know my channel. I done delved in. I done went renegade in the community and went into mad different groups. And I'll be honest, people were following the vibe I had. And that's how it was like, it was just weird because, and I was telling people like, yo, bro, like, I got mad people that people would never think support me and rock with me. And like, you know what I'm saying? And it's weird. You Rebel been around. Rebel when people I've been seen, and I hate the fact that the community, and I had to learn how to manage the conversation. And I always apologize to the audience, and especially my Pan-African and Black nationalists, because they're like, yo, Q, you don't let a lot of people infiltrate your channel. I'm like, no, bro, I had to invite these people because these people have never seen their version of the RBG flag is Umar Johnson. Like, yo, I had to really understand that. Like, people were introduced to Marcus Garvey from Channel 13 and Umar Johnson.
thanks.
Right.
Like, that is crazy. Like, yo, bro, it took me a long time to understand when they was calling me. I don't even call myself pro-Black. That's bottom shelf shit. You can be gay, white, you know what I'm saying, and be pro-Black. You can't, that's not You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that's bottom self. That ain't even,
That's the starter kit.
you know what I mean? That's basic level. And on YouTube, I'm like, yo, I'm with the pro blacks, I'm with the bliggity blacks, because shoot, it's crazy, bro. Yeah, you don't know, bro. So I apologize. I had to tell a brother the other day because he got into it with his sister. But I like my audience now. You seen how it matured, and I was able to get it to a spot where like it's a little bit of everybody. I got a little bit of manosphere. I got a bit of Winnemansphere. I got some dudes. You know, I got various people that's just all these different melting pot, and they all know, like, look, I'm Pan-African, respected, or go away. Like, why are you here? I'm never coming to your show. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to be friends with you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And the people that I have, and I told this to Cynthia, anybody, Rebel and I met in real life, bro. He can come get some food at my, y'all can come over here right now, come get some food. If I can't come to your crib and get some food, I don't want to be doing no vibes with y'all. You feel me? And that's how we push. And a lot of YouTubers in a space where they can't mingle with people because they done put this persona on, or they done created, they done built themselves on a talking point that is so toxic that they're scared to deal with the level of the reaction to the toxicity. You know what I mean? And that's just that's just the reality. Like, it's going to have a reaction. That's the whole reactions and bases. You know, so if your base is acids, you're going to have a reaction if you put the wrong thing. I'm not trying to be acidic. I don't want to be acidic. I don't want to be toxic. And I think I've done I'm working on doing a better job with it. And I appreciate you, Rebel, for sticking around. Because some people, I didn't have, it was one brother, son. He cursed me out, son. He cursed me out, Rebel. He cursed me out, son. He was like, nah, Q, you let them damn divestors, you let that chick over there, you ain't no Pan-African, you ain't no how dare you let these people talk? You're supposed to be cutting these heads off, chop their heads. So I'm like, yo, bro, I got gang members in my studio that I just smoked a blunt with, bro. Like, my man's got a whole white chick in the studio right now, bro. Like, I don't know these people on YouTube. My next door neighbor is married to a Chinese person. I just told them, congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what kind of world y'all live in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I cherish it, but I can't meet you in that place of like misplaced hate. I don't deal with white folks for a reason, and that's where the hate goes. Outside of that, I don't got to get caught up in that conversation. You know what I'm saying? So like, and it took a while to learn that, like, to understand. And I mixed with some people that was super toxic. You know what I'm saying? But time, and I tell everybody, time will give you enough, give you the opportunity to show your glass of water. And I think that's where I'm at now. And that's why even these events and what's going forward, it's like, yo, just promote this push, and I always open up the, bro, you've been there, Rebel. You know what I'm saying? And yo, let me know, bro. I'm looking at some more co-hosts on my channel, and so I'm trying to go live more often. We need to be pushing the algorithm. I was just telling Pan-African Strike Backs, we got to push the algorithm, bro. So I'm gonna be chopping up this interview and uploading up. Hit my channel. Y'all want to do an interview on my channel? We can come up there and I interview y'all. You know what I mean? And we just push the algorithm. We gotta push the algorithm, B.
Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be, bud. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yep.
Now we're gonna start popping in on the panel and all that.
Oh yeah, the door's open, bro. I can make you the co-host. You know what I mean? And I'm telling my Pan-Africans, I'm using my platform as a place to hear and communicate with people that's not Pan-Africans. We can chill and talk all the time. It's gonna be RBG flags and cookouts and and vegan food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we know that. But
across the street.
You know what I'm saying? But the regular blacks, not to say it like that, they're not experienced to that. They don't have no clue about that. We should be an example of the glass of water, like Elijah Muhammad always said. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got to beat you up because you don't understand what it is to be a Pan-African. Like, I'm supposed to help you understand the beauty of a person who loves their people, not by calling you a coon. Like, I stopped even doing that. Like, I don't even hit people with the coon talk no more. Like, now that I understand how ignorant our people really, truly, unfortunately are, I don't even feel right calling somebody a Sambo anymore. It's like, you know what I mean? It's not like you chose to be a Sambo. Like, bro, you never even seen. It's crazy, bro. Some people's only understanding of African history is Harriet Tubman.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King. Like, that is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. They've never been told black is beautiful.
Yeah.
Malcolm X is the most radical thing they can think of. And that can start a whole argument in a family. Just watching the Malcolm X movie is radical. Like, oh my, you're putting on that movie. Be careful. You know, they don't have us trying to, like, wow. I didn't know. So I got a whole different level of they be like, yo, Q, you mad soft now with the people. I'm like, nah, bro. White, we already got a society that's hard enough on us, man. We got to show love. And that's what I'm doing as a Pan-African. Like, we already mean enough. You know what I mean? Like, Pan-African strike backs, he hates me with that. He's like, yo, Q, son, curse these people. I'm like, yo, bro, I ain't trying to have my vein popping out in my neck no more. You know what I mean? I got a big ass forehead. You remember Rebalz? I done did some angry videos, nothing but veins popping out the neck.
Banging.
Take you there.
It's the gentleman of the gangster side. We just in our gentleman mode.
That's it. That's it.
We kind of killers. We're not killers. We professional killers now. So you know, it's a different way you could go at it. You could throw a missile, or you could creep behind them and just slice his throat. So we pick and choose how we battle now.
That's a fact. I might turn up by accident. If I accidentally turn up, just don't be mad at me, y'all. Elders, it just, you know.
Every once in a while, you throw a missile, boomerang.
I might snap out just by accident.
It jumped out. I'm telling you, man.
But no, I saw what you was trying to do, though. Try to break the barriers and truly connect to what we deem as the sleep blacks, the regular blacks, the Christian blacks, the Americanized black, truly, because they come in all forms with all the poison, all the crazy thought patterns. They don't see a lot. So it was a little admirable watching you do that. A lot of people can't have that duality in their game like that. So.
Yeah, it took a while for me to understand. I'm like, yo, bro, if we don't connect with us, how do you expect us to grow? You know what I mean? Like, and if their version of Pan-Africanism and RBG life and black nationalism is Umar Johnson, Tariq Nasheed, man, listen, it's over.
Or we just totally racist.
You know what I mean? It's over. They gonna look at us like, man, listen, B, this is a waste of time. And I done had a lot of people tell me that this is a waste of time. And I even went on tour and was like, yo, this is a waste of time. This ain't no real stuff. This thing is a joke.
Yeah. I think the internet did it. You can watch a video instead of reading a book, right? So all the video watches about 217, to me, it seemed like a little surge of fake knowledge just because the videos was available.
And the numbers, if they got like 5,000 likes or something or views, that makes the information valid.
Yeah, that would make the information valid, right? So a whole new wave of fake.
That's why we got to fight the algorithm. That's why I'm telling all my Pan-Africans, all my black now, we got to literally fight the algorithm. We got to be putting money on the advertising. As a matter of fact, let me say that after we do this show, I got to make sure I try to put some money on the advertising in this video. Everything I touch, we got to advertise it. Here, YouTube, hold a little $50. Make sure they get them views. But you know, us black folk follow black folk that get views. It's, you know what I mean? It's really just that whack, man. It's crazy.
No, we got to fight the algorithm.
How
many kids in your school right now?
Enrolled, I think we had around between 180 or 190, somewhere around there.
Okay, nice.
You know, all over the country. And well, I'm really pursuing a large location. I got to get myself mentally ready. We need $5-10 million. So I don't even want to start. Everything in my brain has to be centered around like those type of conversations. Like, look, it's $600,000, $700,000 to pay a staff the way I want to pay a staff. You know, that's just the way we need to pay a staff. You know, even if we did half what the state level does, we still talking about $400,000, $300,000 worth of money. So, and justifiably, we're at that space where there's no reason not to, you know, support it or understand why it's needed. You know, I may have to assess the model for more of a business versus nonprofit perspective. However, on a philanthropic, you know, pursuit, $5-10 million is nothing. You know what I mean? That's absolutely nothing. So it's like, I don't want to put myself in that mental space anymore where they're talking about chump change. Like, I did it chump change to prove to people that we've done this with chump change. We've raised maybe, I don't know, $120,000, $150,000 in 5 years. You know what I mean? Which is great. You know what I mean? About 30,000 a year, but no, we got to get to this next level up. And that's not the community. That's me having to level up. You know what I'm saying? Like, how am I going to get this to the next level, and what actions I need to do? How do I need to change my talking points and address who I need to address and link with who I need to link with to get to that next level and plateau for the community, and doing it and maintaining my integrity.
Facts. Nah, that's what you're going to do, brother. We got your back.
I already know, King.
We're going to try and put something together for the nice little donation for you. How many kids is in your school, literally, in the building in Brooklyn?
I think maybe, we generally have, I think it's like 40.
40.
I want to say 40, but the greater group is maybe like 50 to 60. They just don't come through all the time.
No doubt.
So there's some children that come through like once a week, or maybe come to the building like twice a month or something like that. They more stay home. They may come through on like certain event days or STEM days. Our older teenagers generally like to stay home for us. They're like, I'm not coming to the building. We gotta harass them. We're doing a heavy marketing for teenagers this year. Like, we want to really increase our teenage enrollment. That we have a great platform for teenagers, especially if they acclimate, if they're ready to be pushed and they're serious about life in the slightest way. We definitely have a powerful program for teenagers. So I'm really, we already started filming for it and getting videos for it, but I'm really excited about the push and the direct push around teenagers, because there's a lot of opportunities for teenagers right now. And on top of that, the suicide rates for Black teenagers in these last 3 years is crazy. And it's grown exponentially, and I have my own professional reasons behind it. And of course, most importantly, we need Black love. You know, children need to be loved in a whole different way from a Black perspective, and that cannot be given from a white perspective at all.
That's what's up. Q, that's John Hargrove.
Peace, beloved.
The UNIA chapter in Atlanta.
And where?
Peace. What's going on? Down in Atlanta.
Oh, peace, beloved, peace.
What's going on, bro?
Great here pushing. I got to get back to Atlanta, man.
Yeah. Come through, I got you.
Yeah, I've been looking for a spot out there for the longest. I want to be in the city of Atlanta. I don't want to be in one of those, you know what I mean, Douglasville, Lawrenceville, you know, one of them villas and stuff. You know what I mean? I want to be in Atlanta.
West End, yeah.
So West End best for us.
I honestly don't like the West End. I want to be on Metropolitan. That's where I want to be at, by JJ's, by the Fish House, by Metro Lanes. Like, I love it over there. That's like a whole untapped Black hood. Yeah, I love that area. They be like, "You where?" I'm like, "Yeah, by Metro Lane, dog. That's over there fire." I love that area. The parking lots, that parking lot pimping. We can't do that in New York. So like, that's a whole different. Yeah, I have a vision for over there. I already see it. Like, I'm like, no, I got to get to that's this fire over there. I love it. If I've been to Atlanta and you ain't been by Metro Lanes and Metro Boomin, you've been in a whole different part of Atlanta. You're not in Atlanta. You've been over there by Jonesboro. Like that's a, you know, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's, yeah, whatever. But peace, King.
Yeah. We was just wrapping it up. Not really, but we was just chopping it up. I didn't know if John might have had a question for Q.
Nah. I mean, I came in late, man. Y'all was, you know, I ain't gonna fuck up the flow. I ain't, you know, nah. Only thing I had a question. Just, I mean, Q, I'm a fan of your work. Respect what you're doing. Two questions. One, first, let me just get this out of the way. How can individuals support? What's the best way to support Zayax?
Good question. Cash App.
Hey,
Cash App.
Cash App.
what
No,
is
but
it?
we it depends on where you at and your means. I'm actually going to be promoting sponsorship more. Cash App is
Okay.
for the low. I got to switch up. You see, I got to switch it up. Sponsorship. So if you would like to sponsor, depending on the level of sponsorship, we are looking for $35,000 to $50,000 sponsors. If you want to do a lower level of sponsorship, something around $500 a month to $1,000. I got to get used to that because you know what I'm saying. Like when I go to the churches and they start with the $500, you got to get used to that type of church. Because they be doing the pastor be like, yeah, if you got reach in your pocket, take 50 out. What? I walked out of church one time. He said $50, bro.
For prayer.
You start at 20 and 50. But yeah, we got basic Cash App, Xyayx the movement, Cash App, Xyayx, the $ cash, Xyayx the movement, GoFundMe, the Xyayx Institute, PayPal, givings. We have Amazon givings. You can literally look us up on any website and just type us in as a charitable organization that you would like your funds to support. You can use us on your credit cards. You can look us up on any site that has charitable givings, or even for your job. I forgot about that. Somebody just sent us $50 from a charitable giving. They made their job choose our organization for their charitable givings. And they sent us some money from that one. So literally, you can just type in Zayax the movement anywhere. XYAYX. That's our word too. That's a black man's word.
Yeah.
XYAYX. That's our word, son. So yeah, you just type that in, the Movement Inc. and definitely see any of those sites that come up. But yep, and also volunteers. We're looking for volunteers, digital volunteers. Any of you in the UNIA, I need help with our social justice curriculum. I would definitely get you involved in it. It is, I don't want to say challenging. No, it's challenging. It's challenging. It's fun, but it's definitely challenging. Yeah, it's really, yeah. Because it turned it's not, I'm trying to keep it from being a history class. And even down to the questions that I'm making, and I try to do the questions first, but it's almost impossible to do that because it just turns into, my students is mad. Where I think I'm at slide 200 and we're at 250 right now, I think, page 250. And it's the beginning of the third quarter. So we might have a 500-page book by the time we finish social justice. You know what I'm saying? And like, but I know for a fact they got all of the data that, you know what I'm saying? Like they got all the stuff needed that you're not going to have no identity issues with this stuff here. And you're going to know how to argue with somebody and articulate yourself and handle conversations. But, you know, tying that class, so just being able to build with you would be dope, you know, and them seeing like, you know, this UNIA as an organization centered around social justice and seeing how this relates to the history and the motivation that a person should have after learning the history and being compelled to want to do something to, you know, to make change in their community. And that's the ultimate goal of the class, is that you would get this education. And I even have a formula that I just showed them, my social justice, you know, formula is information times people plus resources divided by time times resources equals people's willingness to fight, right? And that willingness to fight is also a derivative over time again, which creates the political pressure. So political pressure is a result of the people's willingness to fight over time.
Yes. Yep.
You see,
Yep.
so I structured it so the children can see the algebraic rationale, and political pressure over time creates results. Whatever result it might be women's awareness, it might be women's rights, but political pressure is only going to happen if you have people willingness to fight. And I showed them resource mobilization theory as how people is the resources and the uses of resources, the misuses of resources. Our resources are allocated largely compel people to fight and determine how much of a fight people could have. But I also showed them that information is truly the top component. Although experience, yesterday debating with Pan-African Strikes Back, he made me have to go in and really look at adding experience. Because you can have, that was the conversation with the cop, where, and the brother Tyree, where like, you could know how you're supposed to handle the police. However, if you don't have the experience, can you expect them to perform the right way?
True.
And so, yes, it's easy to say, yo, he knows better. He should turn over. But that also begets the rationale to say, so you're saying that he should be that he should have already been trained and his mind should be trained on how to be policed. So it's a real, like, sad conversation to have where it's like, what are we saying? You know, and how are we looking at ourselves in society? And so that's why I want the class to be. And it's so much in the, I mean, so they were like, and I tell the kids, look, I'm going on the rabbit hole, y'all. Don't let me go too far. So, you know, and my bad. And so, yeah, so I went in on Spain. Like, I went in on Spain. I mean, I went in, my notes is crazy down to, like, I didn't even know, there's some stuff I didn't even know about Spain, that, and the hands that Spain had in the Western Hemisphere and the influence they had in the Americas, you know, and even down to the manosphere and the leaving the Black community concept. That was birthed in Spain, but Black people, where Black people actively sought to marry Native people, because soon as you were married on paper to a Native or a white person, you were given freedom. And that was literally written as conciliatory means. I think I'm saying it right. Conciliatory means as one of the top means of getting out of slavery in Spanish colonialism. And that was when I just showed my student, I was like, do you understand how the on paper, the first marriage in America is a Black woman to a white person, white man, in Florida. You know what I mean? And it's not, and you're easy than somebody in the manosphere see, oh, Black women were chasing white men. No, she was chasing freedom. You see what I mean? And our pursuit for freedom put us in some really messed up spaces. And, you know, if we don't understand that and respect the pursuit for freedom and the lifestyles that unfortunately were birthed in that pursuit, you know, and we've so easily, that's why I said I'll stop using Sambo and Coonson, because like, yo, bro, we don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, my family's not the family that came from being fighters. You know, my family was the Sambos. My family was cool with being in the system, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, working for the system, and let's go America. Like, and, you know, not to say they was wrong for it. I had that era of judging them. You know, you a Sambo, you a Coon, you need to read your history. It's like, nah, bro, you know, I get it differently now. Like, you know what I mean? If we don't heal and understand us, we're not going to move forward. You know what I mean? We're just not.
Gotcha.
That's right.
One other quick question, hopefully quick.
Now you good, bro. I'm long-winded as hell sometime at this time.
You brought it up, Xyayx. What is the term Xyayx? What's the origin of that? Where that come from?
You said origin. Don't ask me the definition.
Okay.
The origin was like 17 Coronas, 40s, and a bunch of weed. And the motivation was me saying we have to come up with a word. It was 4 Black dudes in college. And I ain't gonna lie, this might sound pseudo, but I prayed to God, like, yo, I need a word that we can put to the Black community. I ain't gonna lie. I know they're gonna be like, for real, Q, I'm be honest. And then I felt like my brothers I met in college at the time, we had created such a bond. And I was like, yo, we need to come up with something. And I used to tell them, like, yo, y'all don't even understand. I was in jail praying to meet brothers like y'all and to be able to do this. And I met y'all. I know I'm an atheist now, but I would be lying if I didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? And so I met those brothers and I was like, yo, we got to come with the name Xyayx. And my man, Chris Williams, we still good brothers, was like, he said the word Xyayx. He was like, Xyayx. And we was like, yo, that sound dope. And then like 3 hours later, it's like, yo, why don't we run with that word Xyayx? But instead of spelling it with a Z, let's get creative. My input was the Y. I was like, yeah, we can put the Y at the end. And then it just happened to phonetically work right. It's like, yo, this actually is a dope sounding word. And you know what's crazy? After 6 hours, Coronas, beer, and weed, we go and Google a damn word and it's a mathematical algorithm.
Damn.
But
okay,
it's ours though. There's never been it used as a name, label, or anything like that. It's only like some weird, and the way they use it in math is like the letters denote the algorithm in some way like that. So it's like an anagram for the algorithm, like some weird thing. But we've completely taken that word over. In definition, I used to describe it as love and hate, and you can describe it's a word where you describe it by its attributes. and the attributes of Xyayx is what defines love and hate. You can say love means that you truly care about somebody or an expression of caring. And so for me, I always say Xyayx is an expression of mastery, an expression of dedication to Black power. And our understanding of Black empowerment is about sustainability and responsibility. And Xyayx is a means of providing responsibility, sustainability.
Yeah. I like that, bro. Shit. Damn, that's way deeper than I was expecting. Shit. But yeah, I like that.
It grows every month. I ain't gonna
I like that. I just heard the word, like you said, it's a dope sounding word. I like the way you spell it, but I just never knew like what it meant or where it came from. Like if it meant something before and you know repurposed it. But I like what y'all doing, man. I like what you're doing.
I tried. I don't even know 3 words that start with an X. And I've used in my life. I've never used 3 X words in one in 1 week.
Might not be one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say xylophone. I think the last time I used the word xylophone was the last time I was in a conversation like this. Let me see. Xylophone, Xerox, X-ray.
X-ray, yeah, that's it.
It pretty much ends right there.
Zayax in there now. That's what's up.
Xenophobia. Yeah, I'm reaching now. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be. It's pretty much. I forgot I had this conversation.
That was my question.
Nah, yeah, Q. I'm cool with jumping on, doing whatever you need.
Yeah, definitely. I might go tomorrow's Wednesday. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going wavy Wednesdays, Q Butter, Wild Out Wednesdays or something like that. I'm gonna be joking on. No offense to anybody, but I will probably be doing a pseudo joke fest and a community roast combined with like some information, maybe sections. Like if you want to do one section, maybe that might be dope. We're like, cause I know my man Logic was like, yo, we can have different people that do different sections. Cause I be getting, if it's not information, I get bored with information sometimes. Like, oh my goodness, can we joke a little bit? I done had a whole serious day for 19 hours. Can I just laugh? I don't want to be serious, man. It's gonna make me think about bills and life and the wife and kids and bills and life and dementia and my parents and you know what I mean, and life insurance and car insurance. Oh my, like, can we just joke for a couple minutes and not think about life?
That'd be fun. Informative, fun.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you want to take all the section and shit, because I know my son Logic gonna be running one part. And yeah, B, like that's my mission to make sure we really look. Oh yeah, my bad. Sister Tatiana. Thank you, sis. Black Power. She was like, mention. So tomorrow I'm doing a stream with Dr. Mayat. And Friday I'm doing a stream with Hip Hop is Wild. Or Hip Hop. Hip Hop is Wild. Shout out to Hip Hop is Wild and Hip Hop is Real. They both my bros. I always get them mixed up.
Nah, it's probably Hip Hop is Real.
It's how Hip Hop is Real.
Yeah, that song fuck with smacking them.
Oh no. It's a different one. I was gonna ask him, but I just shouted him out. My son's damn Q, terrible. Hip Hop Uncensored. That's who my son. Yeah, Hip Hop Uncensored. They got a dope platform and stuff. My bad. It was like 4 hip hops in my head, bro. So don't be mad at my bad. But yeah, Hip Hop Uncensored on Friday, and then I'm supposed to be doing something with Kwame Brown on Saturday and stuff too.
Yeah. Salute to Kwame Brown.
Shout out Kwame. Shout out Dr. Ma'at too.
That's the sis. So yeah, I'm making some runs this week. I'm trying to push science, Black literacy, Black scientific literacy. So when they type in the name, you're gonna see mad scientific literacy. So Mercedes and NASA, they don't get too scared when they type in my name and see a bunch of negridom. You know what I mean? Because they be like, yo, but I'm sorry. I don't even think after Charleston White, I really can't. Charleston White, what's the other girl that was in the shooting with son that just got sent to Tory Lanez? I'm sorry, bro. Like our community is in complete shame. So any of these people that get, and if y'all supporting any of these, what's the other one from Hot 97? Son had a whole rape case and he's still getting endorsed. Charlemagne. Yo, bro, I'm sorry. We putting this Pan-African on the we need, yes, I'm telling y'all, we need the Mercedes sponsorship. We need Canon. We need to Shobi, Mackie, Yamaha, you know what I'm saying? Sennheiser. You know what I'm saying? All these companies. We need Bushmaster. We need Colt, Smith & Wesson, Century Arms, you know, even Taurus. We need Glock. All of y'all to sponsor us. Yes, I said it. I would like Glock to be a sponsor of the Xyayx Institute.
Let's flip it on. I'm with it.
You ain't got to send no guns. Send us some bread and some magazines on about firearm safety.
That's real.
We should all be attacking the gun people for sponsorship. We are your best advertisers.
Mm.
Who advertised Glock more than black folk?
Right.
Glock got to be the top gun in the world, right? I don't even want to say the S word, but everybody knows that Glock with the S word is popping. And black folks done made that Glock with the S word. I mean, the thing. And so, yeah, how much? There's no. Yeah, come on. Who gets shot more with Glocks, Tauruses than black folk?
Yeah.
Who?
Glock is like we done made Glock the Nike of the firearms industry.
Come on, they need to be sponsoring us. Yeah, come and put some books in the hood. Matt, I'm mad. This conversation gave me. I didn't even think about that. This conversation gave me a whole nother channel. That is a fact. We need to be going in for sponsorship. Y'all done made enough money off of these damn bullets and guns shooting our kids. We need $1 million for some books.
Yeah.
Nah,
Black
real.
power.
All our
I'm with you. Sure.
all our negatives, these businesses are right here. We need to attack all the negative businesses that we know we fuck with. This one bigger than you think. Glock. Dutch.
Glock. Oh, what? Newport. You feel me? Like, yeah, I want Newport to sponsor Zayax. You damn right. They ain't putting your logo on. I'm taking Newport sponsorship. Mercedes, you damn right. Q ain't sell out nothing. I'm selling nothing.
Right.
But I'm taking everything.
Nah, that's the new mom.
Selling nothing. No, you can't be enrolled. No, you can't be an investor. No, you're not a partner. No. But I gladly will take your sponsorship money, non-discretionary usage, allocated for the specific purposes of educational needs for what population? A specific population that has been subjugated, redlined, held out, is now one of the least performing populations in all categories, and it's the top performing criminal population. So by even those standards, in your best interest, it's my best interest to focus on black people.
That might get them right there.
Like, there's no cut. Like, if Charleston White can talk on TV and tell kids and tell somebody, I will rape your kids and still get on all these platforms, I'm sorry. Mercedes, M Audio, I'm sorry, y'all. It's different. RCA, I'm sorry, y'all. Roku TV, all these people looking like money now. StreamYard done made so much money off of black people arguing on the manosphere and womosphere. Are you shitting me? What? Man, listen, B. I don't even think they got a white. Do they even got a white beef network?
Not really, but they be.
Is there a white beef sector? Because there's definitely a black beef sector.
It ain't the same. They beef on like Reddit and shit like that. Like they'll
Reddit. Yeah, we got black beef sector is like daytime television. I don't even know what's going on. And it'd be like 2,000 people watching and nobody knows what's going on, but it's beef sector.
They love that though. That's what feed the demons.
But yeah, King. So that's the timing it is for this year. That's the focus.
Nah, that's the new mind. I like it. I love it. More people gotta adapt that. Because we coming back for what you owe this year. We gotta make some kind of progress in that.
Robert Smith, man. The Pan-African community is hunting for Robert Smith. We are pushing Blacks in STEM, Black nationalism, all Black Pan-African, Black nationalists, you need to go listen to Robert Smith's interview on Earn Your Leisure. If you don't understand my push for Blacks in STEM, go listen to the richest Black man in America right now and in history tell you why Black people need to be in STEM. And it's why Q-Bud is saying voting ain't gonna get us nowhere. It will get us somewhere, but in comparison to STEM, oh no, we're gonna have that payola back. And I'm saying payola. We will have the money to lobby. My man in the UNI, they know if I had that good $100 million, that lobbying situation is a whole lot different. What? Yeah, we got $100 million. What we trying to get passed? What we get? Whose money? I got $100 million for politicians this year. The conversation is completely different.
Yeah. Asians ain't do no protesting or no voting to get their little hate crime bill, but I'm sure somebody, passed the bag over to Congress to make things happen. But
they definitely
I know
passed
exactly
that bag.
what you're saying.
That lobby game is crazy, and that business money, nah. So we need in. So Robert Smith, I'm making this known. I might soundbite this. Robert Smith, we need you, brother.
Yeah, that's real.
We're not selling nothing crazy. We're not doing nothing crazy. We want to push the Black community, and we need brothers like you to be involved with it. That's why we doing the event. I'm telling you, Dr. Maya and I are trying to set up an event at Morgan State in September, October, centered around STEM and highlighting Blacks in STEM, and we want Robert Smith to be there.
With the Robert Smith. Hope he hear this.
Yeah, man, we got to make sure shout out Rob. We need you, brother. We need you. Somehow he gonna get the message out. 6 degrees of separation, real. Somebody in that chat is connected to Robert Smith. Yeah. Somebody in the comments is connected to Robert Smith. And they be like, yo, brother, there's a brother in Brooklyn keep talking about you in his school. I made all my students then there write a report and a summary on that Earn Your Leisure. And I'm going to make that be a yearly assignment. Every year you got to write about that damn thing. Every year, almost same time of year, you got to read about that. Yeah, watch this interview, write a summary on it. That's one of the greatest interviews you'll watch in your life. You go watch that.
Salute to Earn Your Leisure too.
Yup, definitely salute Earn Your Leisure.
Ain't that 19 Keys?
Nah, it's the other brother, but I know he be over there heavy too.
Yeah, he be helping them out, but it's a couple investor brothers. Doing the stocks and stuff.
Salute to them brothers. I know I'll be hearing their names. In good, positive, powerful talks.
Yep. Neil deGrasse Tyson too. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Is he on our team now? I thought he was a coon.
You remember I said I ain't even using that no more, man. You know what I'm saying?
I use it. But from back then, that's why I use the word.
It's right now we doing the work because again, a lot of us we never seen this power of Black love. So we got to make them fall in love with being Black and be confused at the life that they unfortunately had.
All right, so let me take that back, Salagi. I thought he was on the other team. I thought he was across the street.
No, bro, we paying everybody's across the street. We 85%, we know the 85% for what it is. And it's really the 95%. And if you really break it down like the world does, it's really 99%.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason they say the 1% is based off the same model, man. That 5% is old school. The 5% breaks down to 2% quick. So it's like, I don't walk around expecting us to be in the mind like that. And I already know, like, that's why being cool, being hip hop, and a comedian, it gives us the space to be able to tell you, like, yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? We don't want you come with your white girl down. Now, look, man, we know you like the white girlies. You know what I'm saying? And look, I'm sorry, Jake got to stay home. Jake, you're cool, Jake. I'm sure you're one of those cool white friends and you have to cook out here. But this got to be Black only. You know what I'm saying? We don't want no potato salad and raisins. We just want to keep us with us. You know what I'm saying? And I look, you're married a white person. I understand. I don't understand, but it happens. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. We just gonna need you to come with the Black side of the family. And the white side of the family should understand that we're not hating on the white side. We focus on making sure the Black side is as strong as the white side. And that's just what it is. Black power.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't create a world where white power was synonymous with murdering people, enslaving people, killing people. We created a world where Black power is synonymous with empowerment, Black love, Black art, and enhancing the lives of people around the world. Never let white people unlive what their people earned for them. And never let somebody falsely equate our philosophical perspective with theirs. It's impossible. You should stand firm and be proud as saying, I am a Black racist and I am about Black empowerment. And when you hear racist, do you think white first? Do you picture somebody burning a cross in front of somebody's house? Do you picture somebody telling somebody they can't work here? Do you picture somebody being redlined? Do you picture somebody dragging a police officer out? Yeah, a police officer dragging somebody out of abuse. Those are the things we think of when we hear racism. That's not what we're talking about. And the UNIA is not about that. NAACP wasn't about, no, this is about enhancing the lives of Black people. This is a responsible act that a community is supposed to do in order to make sure that the community survives and is an active, affluent, and productive component in society. So I hereby say, white man, if you want more taxes from Black people, you should help me push this stem, because we're going to make a lot more money. You know what I'm saying? Like, which white folks do we talking to? I want to talk to white folks in the back over there, because these white folks over here have been making stupid money. You got Negroes running around killing people. You got interracial babies being made up. You got the liberals all over the place and the conservatives. Over there, if you let Black folks be Black nationalists and make Black money and be separatists respectfully, like you let the Asians, the Puerto Ricans, the Mexicans, the Hindus do, we'll be a lot better. It's just that simple.
Too bad they need us in that position so the game will work.
That was an old model. Bloomberg, personally, to me, showed the world it is better for everybody to make money. No broke friends. I just happen to have a lot more money than you, but I'm not going to let you be broke. Bloomberg changed the whole way New York City understood and a lot of people. And I got to give Bloomberg that, because he was like, yo, everybody gonna make money. Giuliani was on what you talk. Bloomberg was like, no, bro, like, how you gonna let the Black immigrants not make money? That's messing up the tourists. Organize the drug dealers, bro. Legalize some of that. You know what I mean? A whole different, like, no, let them. Because remember, Giuliani shut down all the panhandlers, all the people, street hustlers, all these other stuff. Bloomberg came in and said, hold on, look, you want to do music in the train? It's a $50 application, and you can do a monthly thing, and now you can do music in the train. Then he said, you know what? Why don't we advertise the best music artists in the train? Let's turn the entire city into a tourist attraction. And then say, yo, protect the tourists, everybody makes money. And at first it was weird because everybody was robbing the tourists. You remember that? But it's like, nah, B. Now everybody making money on the tourists. The tourists make everybody money. Even if you don't mess with the tourists, you're going to be messing with somebody who makes more money because of the tourists. For me, it's like, it's just economics, and us having an economic argument in this era is being based off of scientific literacy and Black nationalism, separatism. We good.
Nah, because that's the old fight. The Black nationalism is just going to get in the way of the economics if you ever have this combo. Because it's simple. Nah, we don't want to fuck with crackers. That's all they're going to say. They're not going to look at the complexity of what we really trying to do. Somebody do got to fuck with crackers. Somebody got to do fuck with the Mexicans. Somebody got to do fuck with the Jews. We got to be at that level, not in our core patterns, but nah, we can't own this building without fucking with whites. We can't own this bowling alley over here. How we going to get it? So that whole white money, we got to universalize this money talk, because it can't be Black, because what we going to do with the money is the key. So as long as we not killing and it's 50-50, where the money come from, if they not pedophiles, which probably they are, if you fucking naming all these big companies. But if they not direct pedophiles, we should take their money.
Yep. That's a fact. Take that bread, B. taking ain't stealing, and taking ain't borrowing, taking ain't asking, taking is taking. That's why it's called taking.
Nah, this
I'm
might be.
from Brooklyn, B. Take it is fundamental cool.
That's what we do.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep on
It's
taking.
fundamental. You know what I'm saying? Even legally speaking. But yeah, King, hell yeah, bro. Definitely appreciate this, man. I do got to go get something to eat.
Yeah,
I know I'm long-winded as hell.
Nah, it's all good, man. Thanks for letting us pick your brain.
No, good look, King.
Bless the platform. You know what I mean? Just know we see what you've been doing. Your name is always in there. You definitely know I've been supporting you this whole time. We're going to try and do something real big for y'all. Like,
Nah, I appreciate that, bro.
We got to get y'all in these sneakers. The Xyayx Institute got to get.
Oh, I ain't see the new ones. Y'all don't be
Yeah.
having the 13s and the Air Max be running tight, though.
Yeah, I got you. You need a.
You got a 13 in those?
In that Turners?
Yeah.
Yeah. Text me. Yeah.
You dead got that 13? Oh, but are they cut tight though? Because I know the Air Maxes, they usually cut tight. That's why I know last time I didn't get to get those because they was kind of cut tight.
All right, I'll send you a 13.
I don't want no 14 though.
Nah, 13 and a half, 13.
You know what I'm saying? He heard me. I don't want no 14 though.
Nah, no boats. But nah, you want those though.
You got those too?
Yeah, I got all of them in.
Oh, you flexing. Oh, hold on, what's that?
2.2s.
Oh, this is hard, son.
I'm gonna send you some shit.
Oh, this is fire, son.
Got the Khalid Muhammad's.
I saw my man with those. Hell yeah.
Now, me and Tyreek wanted to maybe do something for the school. That got to be, sometime this year we want to kind of do something real big and bless the school with some shoes.
Even send me the links. Make sure we patch in. I know Mental in the chat, so I meant to hit Mental. I gotta and definitely patch in with you, so I can put the link on the site so people can get the parents and the students can go there and get other merch because they always be asking me where we get our RBG stuff. And I definitely need that link. So make sure you text me the link so I can put that on the site because that's 13 and a half.
13 and a half. I got you, King.
Yeah, those fire. Last time I was in the A and I saw Unc and he was they never had my size. Even you ain't got the Chuck Taylors no more, right?
Not in your size, but they
damn, son. Let them see them Chuck Taylors, boy. Them Chuck Taylors is the hottest ones, though. Those is the hardest ones, no matter what anybody else is. You see them just fire. Nah, so them Chuck Taylors is fire, son.
We working on getting it all back and some new designs, so we coming. But
now the Chuck Taylors was it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Those was my every time I think nobody had a 13. I'm like, damn, son.
Nah,
you got 13, son.
Yeah,
Chuck Taylors, I could do a 13 even, no problem. Them things just damn. So what's the biggest size you got in those?
In what, the Chuck Taylors?
Yeah.
Nah, they all sold out, but they might be
damn,
like
son.
2 5.5 left. But like I said, we working on the re-up. So we got everything else still though, but
I've been trying to get them Chucks. So I ain't gonna lie, I'm a Chuck head, son. So them Chucks is Jordans and Chucks. That's my kicks. And Chucks right there is fire. The Maxes is cool. I never really been a Max head because they've always been tight. We New Yorkers, them Air Maxes, everybody love them Air Max too tight. But them Chuck Taylors though, yeah, I need the damn. So you got a 5.5.
Soon as they in, I got you then.
You have do you have anybody that does the print on demand for them?
Print on demand, like fatigue.
Yeah, like if you had like a company that does direct print, so like I guess like if the order wherever I don't know where y'all get them from, if the person can order direct from y'all, but it goes straight to the distributor and they just send it out, fulfill an order.
Yeah, I got 2 of my peoples that's on this panel. My man Knowledge 107 and Kim Water, who was just here. They both do that. What you need is shirts?
Nah, I need them Chuck Taylors. I'm trying to find a way to get them Chuck Taylors, bro. I'm trying to see who I got to order them from in Afghanistan, Nigeria, India.
Nah, then you need to talk to Tyreek. I can link you with Tyreek.
I ain't seen, yo, you know what's crazy? I haven't seen him in, he ain't gonna make the, damn man, what is it? Yo, you crazy. I just remember, so yo, son, now that you said it before, and I didn't put two and two together, son, you talking about the homie, son. Hold on, son.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, he's right here, son. I'm texting him right now, son. I completely forgot about it. He got the same number?
Yeah, he should. Yeah. It's not 10 years old. It's in the last few years. It's the same.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to bother him right now. But yeah, Carl, let me go find some food, which I don't know what I'm going to do, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Good interview, beloved. I really appreciate this. Got a soundbite to chop this up. You already know.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
All right, King.
Keep doing your work. We gonna link in and do something powerful. But I'm
You already know.
I'm always in the crowd.
Hell yeah. And you got my mask, so we just patch it on the phone after this.
Yes,
or tomorrow,
sir.
whatever.
I got you.
Brother John, good meeting you, beloved.
Likewise, my brother. Pleasure to be on this panel with you, my brother.
Yo, get my math. I definitely would like for you to be involved with with our program. I'm trying to recruit people for different parts. So I'm recruiting you for our social justice component.
You sure? Look, he look.
I will make sure I'm in the camera.
No.
I'm recruiting you for our social justice curriculum.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
Only reason I said that because when I heard you first talking before I got on, you was talking about engineers. I'm an engineer too. So you know what I'm saying? I don't know which one you need more.
More
both, bro. What Dan, don't see the conversation about, don't get me. Once you start talking about learning, what kind of engineering?
Mechanical.
You do like auto, gearing, trucks?
I work in appliances.
You do CNC?
CNC, no. That's I design it, but other people manufacture it.
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
I do like CAD and assembly, like actually putting it together.
Nice. So yeah, so we doing the technical drawing, and we do they're going into mechanical drafting this quarter. I gotta pick exactly. I want to but we do it by pen. So you already know our students is doing CAD but with pen. So they ain't even got no CAD. They can draw a screw, they can draw in 3 dimensions, they can draw multiple what you call it, multiple planes. I forgot all the different, I can't draw worth nothing, but all my students can draw in 3 dimensions. And so you understood what I was saying. I want to go into motors. I want to make this whole quarter all like the DC motors. I was gonna have them make a conveyor belt, the differential. I might make them make a car. I really want to go in with the motors this year. I really want to go in with motors for the last bit of the year. I just got to see if the parents is with it and they have the money to buy the stuff. And it's not even expensive. Little gear set. Yo, bro, I made a differential with my students this summer, and the parents like, what is that? I'm like, yo, you don't know what a differential is? Oh my goodness. But
for motor, like, yeah, we started with pencil drawing it first before you got it in computers. But then with motors, when I was in school, they broke up, we broke down a lawnmower. So it's the same concept, but it's a lot smaller, and it's not as expensive as getting a whole car.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, we use the DC motors, electric, little small, little 5-volt ones, but we make all of the components from the car. So like I teach them how to make the control arms, upper lower control arms, the steering system, using the don't get me quoting you. You're a mechanic. You get the flat gear. What the hell is the name of the flat gear? My brain is off right now. But you know what I mean. The top gear with the rotary, the rack and pinion. Teach how to use a rack and pinion with linkage system. And that's how I want to do the differential. We showed them how to make the pulley, then the pulley dimensions and get mechanical advantage. Okay, yeah. Okay. Hey, you know what I mean? Right, but that's dope, man. Yeah, but there's other projects that like, yo, I don't get me. There's mad projects on YouTube I've been hunting for right now. So I got like a week and a half. So I told the kid, I'm like, well, I want to do something different this year. Like I already taught y'all. Cause we do the hydraulic lift, the hydraulic crane, catapult, and we do 3 different cranes, 3-axis cranes. We do the catapult, tensegrity, and another machine we do. But I might move that this year, or I might mix it with electronics. I'm not sure. But yeah, bro, please, like, I'm obsessed with learning. Like I'm obsessed with education, bro. So
The guy got
Rebel got my contact. Just reach out to him. He can give you my information.
Yeah.
I
I'll link both of
definitely.
y'all in. I'll do that tonight or first thing in the morning.
All right, cool. I put it in the chat. I think I put it in the chat too. All right, beloved.
All right, y'all. I'm out.
We're looking out one more time, man. We out of here.
Hey.
That's QB, Q Butter from Brooklyn, y'all. One of the last ones left. So that was powerful. Looking out, John. If you still here. Rebels Roundtable, Rebel Vision Television, like, share, subscribe. Queen's Law is on her way. My hot law coming, Queen's Law, with Shep and Sec and all the queens out of their A. So we gonna have an ill show. Another one to add to Think Champs. Salute to Xyayx, Vegan Dream Donut, Lee Street, West End. We'll get you some. But yeah, another episode of Rebels Roundtable. Salute everybody in the chat. Conscious Drip drop on Thursday at 9. Salute the men too and Jeff, Afroletics, and Artifacts. And this show brought to you by Aesthetics Apparel. Salute to my man, Knowledge Born 7. And always got the Nagas footwear on deck. Rebelvision.com. Just hit the page, and we're gonna keep bringing y'all real powerful interviews and events, and we're doing a lot this year. So you heard what Q said. We're coming back to take what they own. That's the logic for this year. But we out of here, man. Elon Symmetrics, Rebel with a cause.